Yeah. Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending your time location. We are here today on wonderful edition. But before we proceed, I will have to bring our special guest, Mazi Senior Comrade, Mazi George Umeh. No, before we proceed, no, yeah, Mazi, you are
Hello.
welcome.
There, well, thank you very much.
You are welcome, Mazi. You are
Uh,
welcome.
that.
You know, yeah, Mazi. We have a lot to talk about today. But before we proceed, so let's go to our protocol.
Yeah.
No, oh yeah, yeah.
Land of the rising sun below and cherished, beloved homeland of our brave heroes. We must defend our lives or we shall perish. We shall protect our hearts from all our foes. But if the price is death for all we hold dear, then let us die without a shred of fear. Hail to Biafra, consecrated nation. Oh, fatherland, this be our soul and flesh. Defending thee shall be our dedication. Spilling our blood will count our privilege. The waving stand that which embodies the free shall always be a flag of liberty. We shall emerge triumphant from this ordeal, and through the crucible unscathed will pass. When we are poised, the wounds of passions to heal, we shall remember those who died in mass. Then shall our trumpet fill the glorious song of victory, with God Almighty wrong. Oh God, protect us
I'm going to get back to you, but first of all, we must pray. And I'm going to pray a very simple prayer that I pray always, the Lord's Prayer, which reminds us about the supremacy of the Almighty Creator. A very simple prayer. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on this earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread. Forgive us our sins as we forgive those who sin against us. Lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, the power, and the glory, now and forevermore, we pray. He said, now.
Yeah, he said,
Thank you.
yeah. Before we proceed, wonderful people of Biafra, we have to introduce ourselves. My name is Mazi Ikechukwu. Please, Mazi, can you introduce yourself to Biafra?
My name is Mazi Ikechukwu, man. Sorry, here in UK as a North London coordinator, and there with Mazi. Thank you.
Yeah. So, Mazi, I think before we go ahead, let's play our music. No?
Yeah, go on.
So, let's play our music. So, before we go into our main issue of today. Where are four? Yeah. Hello, my wonderful people of Biafra. You're highly welcome to this wonderful edition, because today we don't have much time and we have a lot to discuss. We have a lot to discuss. So I thank you all. I welcome you all. Please, please, and please welcome others. As we welcome you, please welcome others. You know, on this our critical analysis program, here we say the way it is. Here we say the facts. No? Here we stand on the pitch of our leader Mazi Ikechukwu, and we say it the way it is. We say without fear or favor. To today's program, we are going to go deep and we are going to discuss what is happening in Biafra land, and we are going to discuss what caused it, what led to it. It is very important when we are talking what is happening in Biafra land. At the same time, we are going to remind people what caused what is happening in Biafra land. Before we proceed, we would like to play the message from our leader, from Barrister Nnemeka.
Be fast, fast.
What?
BIAFRA Alpha Power Media International.
Yesterday, na DSS, what is it, 50? That's what yesterday, 5th of December 2022, na DSS. I found Umeh Mazi Ikechukwu. I'm a lawyer, even the lawyers never even. Umeh Lozi, also can see, you're powerful. Can see, go, Ndozo, who make it broadcast here. Anya bụ ozebo na ya nụrụ na na-enwe na nwere ndị chọrọ itinye sit at home 5 days sit at home from 9th of December 2022 to 14th December 2022 minus on the 13th of December 2022. Ogwesi mungwu unu na ndị anụmanụ ya ji itinye na sit at home bụ ndị achọrọ pịa pụta from the dungeon honor. Nanda Abundi federal government amalami Kunyelogo Naka Hawiti Obara na Nibo. When I met Statu Manke was Lime, Manke was Lime. Also, and they declared Statu 5 days, Nanibo na December. Ever am of another December, Umubai, Yanata Suno. Statute of 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 14th December. The council here. Also, Mogwage, Ima powerful. Mogwa Chinasa, Moru. Mogwa Edozie, that they should broadcast it and cancel the sit at home. They declare from wrongful source. The only person on my Osina when he declares at home, the head of Directorate of States, DOS, Chika Dozien. Any other declaration by any other person from any other quarter is illegal, is unlawful, and must be stopped. Or where's nobody able support freedom and action should enforce any sit-at-home on the 9th, 10th, 11th, 12th, and 14th of December 2022. Also, what I'm going to matter now, I like the criminality going on in Igbo land. Whereas it can go now, anybody involved in kidnapping, in killing of Ndi Igbo, is fighting against the cause of Biafran freedom. Kidnap property their support. Also, that is not the spirit under which IPOB is formed, and that is not the spirit of the Igbo man to kidnap his own, or to steal, or rob, or kill his own. Recruited bandits. Because of so anybody from anywhere, whether in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, a command is kidnap one the mother, especially in the Ibanya. Consider Pamuto, consider Zuri, consider Buebu, Onyama, Abro, Onibo, and Onyama Abronia, Ndibo Kusimeko. That in Igbo, in all ramifications, must fight against such people. BIAFRA or IPOB, another Bundi, another Bundi Igbo, another Igbo Madam, the Hana job of freedom. So, because one of the messages also can see, so, if I'm powerful, you can broadcast it directly as I've said it, or you're there to Jericho there. But these are the words of Mazi Ikechukwu on the 5th of December 2022 when we visited him in the DSS. Myself, Nemeke Ejiofor, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, and Chief Mike Ozikome SAN. Thank you very much. Ikechukwu Obiama, Ozikwanyi Nkadini, Naha Jesus Christ, Amen.
BIAFRA.
Hello, Mazi.
Hello, Mazi.
No? Yeah, and Biafra worldwide. This audio message is not new. I believe this is the message that saved a lot in Biafra land. This message from Barrister Nemeke Ejiofor, from our leader, saved a lot. And this message for me, I will say it in two ways. First of all, it saved a lot of people. It saved IPOB. Second, he also showed the authority that Mazi Ikechukwu is still in charge in Biafra land. After this, we've talked what happened in Biafra land, and we condemn it. We condemn it, the killings. It cannot be enforcing it at home on people. Today we saw, we could have bring the video up, but when we bring it up, Facebook will block it. We saw a pregnant woman killed today. He went out to buy something in the market, and he was killed, and he gave up to ghosts. Yesterday we saw what happened in our barrister's hometown. 5 minutes to his house, the market. So Mazi, I would like you to dive into this issue, to analyze this issue. Then after that, we have to this message have a lot. We have to say a lot, and we have to say what caused it. And we also have to discuss why our leader choose to bring message to Biafrans in this way. It's very important. But before then, we have to condemn what is happening in Biafra land. Maz, please go on before I proceed. Yeah.
Thank you very much, Mazi Ezumezu, for this opportunity this evening, and fellow Biafrans and lovers of freedom around the world. I thank you guys once again. Like you always said, this platform is a hallowed platform because we speak nothing but the truth. As our leader, Mazi Ikechukwu, the arrowhead of this family, have started and mandated from Chukwuka Abiyama. Now, the question is, and the message came from one of the attorneys representing Onyendu. Like Mazi Ikechukwu said, that message, if that message that he went back and start thinking like other people have done in the past, I don't know where we could have been by now. If he was thinking, should I deliver this message or not? If, then IPOB could be answering a lot of questions. But thank God that the messenger delivered the message as he was given. That is why our leader remained the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. It doesn't matter where Onyendu is. His word must be obeyed and respected. And what I would take is that this is not the formation of message being transmitted within IPOB structure by an attorney delivering a message in audio publicly. But what we'll be asking ourselves, why is all these things happening? That means there's a particular problem within those that are supposed to deliver that message that are not been delivering that message. And that's what has brought us to where we are today. Now we are always on it. IPOB was known of we going after. That's why we have fought every media powerhouse in the world and will come out victoriously because why? Our hands are clean. And we are fighting for a just cause. We have to thank one of our barrister, Mazi in Mecca, for doing the needful. And this has been proven that Onyendu still remains the supreme leader of indigenous people of Biafra. But it broke my heart of where we are today and what is happening right now in Biafra land. He will call that a fair leadership. That is what it is. There's no another word to use for those that the helm of our affairs of IPOB to control Biafra land has been bestowed. Today, they are struggling. Their word cannot stand anymore. Because if the word of the Mazi Ikechukwu has no equal, but Onyendu remains the arrowhead and his word will never allow to drop. So Mazi, we condemn anybody, any gang of individual portraying that they love Onyendu or they want Biafra. I'm not saying any people can pursue their agenda and ideological, wishes, however they want to do it. But what we're against is that IPOB is a light. Onyendu said that Biafra is a light. And when there is light, darkness will flee. And that was why we were different from those that have come before us. But now, a lot of people within try to drag IPOB back to what has been seen before. But because of this particular movement was ordained by Chukwu Okabiama, it will not happen. Not under watch of Mazi Ikechukwu, because that's who that sent him has given him that tools to overcome all these things that is happening today. This is expected. So what we're saying here is that whoever that is enforcing sit at home in Biafra land, these are a gang of criminals. The Biafra land will open and swallow all of them. They will never get away with it. We didn't come. You can't say that you are forcing sit at home in Biafra land because you want Mazi Ikechukwu or you want Biafra. If you say you want Biafra, fair enough, but don't attach Mazi Ikechukwu because Mazi Ikechukwu never sent you to go and kill anybody. If Onyendu were meant to be killing people, it wouldn't be in the hands of the zoo. You could have gone in the bush and declare war. But that's not the way. Our approach is quite different. Our approach is quite something that has never been done before. That's what IPOB came with. And that's what we are exhibiting here. So anybody forcing sit at home and killing our people, after killing our people, zoo is killing us. Now we become a pain in the butt to our people. So I don't know exactly what you're fighting for. We are not saying sit at home has been, we started sit at home, is in our code of conduct since 2016, if I'm not mistaken. There's never in the time in the history of IPOB that people say IPOB forced anybody to sit at home. Never. It has never happened before. And every sit at home we have called has gone successful from the very first time we started. That was where we did BISPA referendum. We did a referendum then. They call it the BISPA because it's not full referendum. Just to audit if people actually willing to come out of this dungeon that we are. And it was 99.9%, that we go home without even crashing our heads. That's why Onyendu have said we want referendum in Biafra land. Let us give us date for referendum. The people will now decide if they want to be part of zoo or not. So if anybody now saying that they are now killing our people because they come out, they ask them to sit at home, then the argument, you lost it. That's not IPOB, and it has nothing to do with IPOB. So what we are clarifying here is that whatever is happening in Biafra land today has got nothing to do with IPOB, because Onyendu made it abundantly clear. The first audio we play was a direct message from an attorney, one of our attorney, which is Mazi, Barrister Nemeka. So we are indulging everybody. Those people that are doing this, they must stop this now if they love our people. Mazi Ikechukwu did not ask you to kill anybody for him. Onyendu is not a violent man. He wants Biafra to be restored, and he wants to give our people the opportunity to live a better life. We don't want to turn Biafra land into a hellfire before now we restore. We fought 67 to 70. And now again, we've gone back to it. So we want to restore Biafra, and Biafra will become a nation, but not into being sabotaging it indirectly, because what you guys are doing now, these are pay agents. Indirectly, they're now sabotaging Biafran struggle. But Mazi, the question is that where things fall apart within, that's the question we'll be asking ourselves now. Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. We still have to go back to this issue, because we have not done justice to it. We still have to go back and see also discuss, tell Biafrans what led to this. Just like you said, the lack of leadership. That lead to all.
It's fail, not lack of it. It's fail leadership.
Fail of leadership. Now I could remember in the issue of sit at home on IPOB, we have never lost a soul.
No,
we have never lost a soul since IPOB have doing sit at home. We have never lost a soul. That will tell you that our leader Mazi Ikechukwu is a light. But what happened yesterday and today, it's abominable. To extend a pregnant woman. No? So what we are saying, whoever is doing this, you are doing this on your own. It's criminal. You can see today, even a Nigerian newspaper came out and say IPOB ordered sit at home, and people advise. So let me know, because we Biafrans, if you're on Twitter, it's time. Go on Twitter and debunk this news from Nigeria, from Nigerian newspaper, because I have went on Twitter and debunked it, and he can also attach a memo, because thank God he released a memo. But God bless Onyendu, because if not this message, I said this message saved a lot. You can see what this thing. This is from the Nation. They want to blackmail this. They want to tag this on our leader. They want to tag this on our leader. So if you are a Biafran, if you are a media warrior, go on Twitter. It's time you need to do your job. Go on Twitter, debunk this news from this Nigerian newspaper. Debunk the news, because this sit at home is not from IPOB. And you can also attach the letter, the memo letter from DOS, that we have nothing to do with this sit at home. Do your job. It's not only to broadcast on Facebook. Go on Twitter and do your job. Thank you. So Mazi, I want to say, why Onyendu choose to bring out this news openly? Because Onyendu have understood that his message, you can see, of today. This is another message from Alawi Jemako, because Onyendu, this is second the second time Onyendu have brought message to us openly. Openly, because he now understood that his message are not carried along, are not implemented, and he choose to make his message openly. So, Mazi, what do you have to say about that? And before then, I would also like Biafrans to see, we want to refresh Biafrans, their mind about how Chinasa Nwoolu and Mazi Ikechukwu ignore our leader's message. We have to pray it. Even after it's important to pray that message over and over again, that Biafra we know why Onyendu choose to bring that message openly for us. Yeah. Mazi, do you want to say anything on it, please?
Yeah, before I go forward, there's a reason why I put up this tweet.
Yeah.
Right? And this tweet, I want to read it once again for those that are listening to us or those that are going to watch this program after this program. And the current situation we are facing now in Biafra land. Now, this message was delivered on the 28th of November 2022. And the message read today, I had a visitation with Onyendu, and he asked me to make it public that he had asked one of his lawyer to do a memo to Chike Doziem to announce Ogbonna Abraham as the new interim coordinator for Germany, and that a dossier and the lawyer who did the memo can confirm this. Now, Mazi, you see, the problem we are facing today, this damage control that had literally brought IPOB to her knees, is just one idiotic mistake that has been done. And up to today, they don't want to correct it. We just saw a memo, right?
Yeah.
Chike Doziem wrote a memo to buttress the voice message that Barrister Nemeka delivered. On voice note, quote, on voice note, clear message.
Yeah.
Now, how do you go about now this very simple tweet? Aloy Ejimako delivered a message just like Nemeka delivered. Just like they have been delivering message to them for the past 19 to 18 months now. And like you said, before Onyendu now choose to use the lawyer, because this never happened it has not happened in the history of IPOB. The sit at home we started sit at home when Onyendu was in DSS dungeon. And it was Deputy Uchemofo that kicked it off on those days. Now, the question is, if Chike Doziem will write memo to honor the message that came from Nemeka, what now is holding Chike Doziem to respond to this particular tweet? We're going to go to his own words and Chinasa Nwoolu's words. Because when people, Chike Doziem and his gang, I'll call them gang. Because, like I said, I'm an insider. I've worked for IPOB, which are still working for IPOB. Before man like me we come out here talking about this today is not because when people say, oh, you're fighting the leadership, and I ask you, who is the leadership? The leadership without Onyendu's order being implemented, then there's no IPOB, my brothers and sisters. Don't fool yourself. IPOB is a nation, yeah. But without Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are chasing shadow. You can't do anything. What do you need? Nothing. There's no direction whatsoever. Just like as you're crumbling now. What do you nothing? So what I'm trying to say here now is that is the reason why we are here, that Kabar is not allowed in IPOB. You cannot choose the message from Onyendu, the one that suits you, or the one I think that can make you still relevant. Because Chike Doziem and his gang is struggling now. They created this atmosphere. The whole everybody is giving this order, they allowed it to happen. I said it from day one. We have come out and fight when we thought that these people were straightforward. They know what they were doing. We came out, we told them what to do. They never raised a finger. I keep on saying it. My own is that I will keep on repeating what I said before. Because, when there's a problem, what makes the Western world become who they are is like, if a child fell down from a particular place, even at work, on health and safety wise, they don't allow that and they will go to risk assessment. That thing that happened, they will never allow it to occur again in their history. That's why they're moving forward. When one incident took place, it must be investigated. After investigation, they will find the cause of that particular incident. Now, somebody will take it upon themselves now to write what they will write now. Some of the method statement, you may sign this whenever you're walking to know that you know exactly what you're facing, even if it's a dangerous thing you're messing around with. So why I'm saying all this is this. What is going on within Chike Doziem and those around him? Are they being sincere to themselves? Are they being sincere to Onyendu now? Onyendu is passing message through a lawyer. And the lawyer that have to come and make it publicly, addressing all of them, calling their name one after another. He mentioned Chike Doziem, he mentioned Emma Powerful, he mentioned Shina Sanwo-Olu. These people, Onyendu mentioning their name, he must take something out of it. It is not a good thing. Anybody telling you, Onyendu don't need to do this. It is a fair leadership. We have a structure. Why would a lawyer now come out and making a law? Do you know what a lawyer is? A lawyer. It has to be confidential. This message was supposed to transmit confidently to them. Now they carried out instruction, but because of they have woefully failed, Onyendu have, and it is getting, some people are gonna get message like this. This man you're seeing today, mark my word, tonight somewhere. Chike Doziem have accepted that lawyer can now pass a message and obey it. So Chike Doziem must receive message from Onyendu through this way again. You see this channel that this message came now, go and mark it somewhere. People shot themselves in the foot, they will not know. The evil you do, will reflect back at you. It will boomerang. Now, when Ejimako tweeted, as Onyendu asked him to do, all this gang of idiots, all this non-entity that everywhere they are, all this so-called media worm jumped up on this man because they see him as a traitor because he doesn't want to be in their gang. The man is he's a professional. He's an attorney. He went to school for it. And he's a professional. He's under oath on what he's doing. He's doing his job just to feed his family, just like you're doing your own work. Now, his client now requested for him on confident to deliver a message. He did the same thing that Nnaemeka did. Now, Nnaemeka made a video of 6 minutes addressing Chike Doziem, mentioned their name. Now you will see them jumping up and down. That the only person that will pass other sisters told me is Chike Doziem. This is the little word they always to hear because their mindset is very dangerous. Like when our first lady came to address Biafrans on Radio Biafra, you see that broadcast, Mazi, find it. The next time we'll come to in this program, we will play a chunk of it. All the word that our leader's wife used in that word, he was talking to these individuals one after another. But they were focusing on so-called autopilot. They're calling people autopilot, but you are the one that's really implementing the autopiloting, however you want to use it, because autopilot simply means that you've lost control. No one is in charge. That is why people now, when you have to send a lawyer now to come and announce about sit at home, because you are the one engineering autopilot. I said it before, and this is the evidence here. Now, the question we should be asking Chike Doziem is, why did you obey Nnaemeka's message and the Ejimako message now is not being accepted? Can somebody explain that to me? Which is his message is more concise and in a very simple manner. Because he made a reference to two people there. He mentioned Chike Doziem, he mentioned a lawyer, which lawyer we don't know who that lawyer is. But we know who that lawyer might be. But none of these individuals have come out and say anything. Tells you all you need to know because that they unabetted now, they are the one disobeying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And they want people, or if not that Onyendu was ordained from heaven. because all this whole thing could have started crashing from this particular seat at home. But Okike in heaven intervened that Biafra land must be secured. If not, IPOB could have lost it. On this simple spin of finger, then the main chaos now will erupt in Biafra land. But thank God that God used that young man again. Now, the question we'll be asking you guys is this. What is the difference from, how do you know that when you're giving Nemeka this message, why do you accept the message? And now he refused to accept the one Ejimako brought. Now he sent all the whole media warm against this man. Exactly what the zoo is doing. That is what the people have now turned into. There is no need for us to pretending or being hypocritical about things we know is fact. We IPOB, we are white and whiter than snow, and we are looking for freedom. We are not here to do, party or village meeting. Why we left everything we are doing? Onyendu is being incarcerated. Onyendu parents has died. Many IPOB members have given their life. Why they know they were going to die? That is why Uchemofo, I always say to people, whatever you do in this world, whatever you reap, whatever you sow, you will reap. Some people may think sometimes when I'm making Uchemofo, oh, I have got nothing against Uchemofo, and I have no business with Uchemofo. But I believe that the spirit of Biafra will never left his generation. Because there are so many people Uchemofo convinced. There are so many people that died because they had Uchemofo, not even Onyendu's voice. They went without nothing to challenge the zoo. All of them. Today we have ESN, at least some of them can protect themselves. Our volunteer they had nothing. This our brother that lives in India today. I remember that guy when his problem, the guy was lying in the hospital with his leg. The one they pour acid. All this happened in 2016.
Massacre.
I got in contact with that guy, Chibu something. The guy lives with his other guy that was in Aba saying true. Two of them went to India. I know what that boy went through. I have all his old pictures because I communicated with him. I have all those pictures. I don't want to talk about it here. But what I'm saying in essence, or that our brother that died in Iguacha on a stretcher, say, go and get me Biafra. So Uchemofo, you see, let me tell you something. It's a point of reference in the struggle. Because some of you think when you mention Uchemofo, you don't make Uchemofo relevant. Because we're picking up something. And that's what we have to reference point in this struggle. As leadership we have today, those who have given that mantle of leadership to hold it for me. Just like his wife said, the time you know who is there to you is when you're not there. What Biafran should be asking Chike Doziem tonight. And where is those media worms? Where are they? That attacked a very humble servant that are doing his work for IPOB. Aloy Ejimako. For delivering message Onyendu sent him. We will play their voices of when they gang up on the Biafra. But what we're asking now, why did they now obey this particular audio from Nemeka and back it up with memo? If you can answer that question, you know that Chike Doziem has failed. Biafra land is not on because of Chike Doziem. It's because of Mazi Ikechukwu. And this thing that happened yesterday, it is not because of Chike Doziem. It's because of Mazi Ikechukwu. Because at the end of the day, Chike Doziem have lost that particular voice. He doesn't have it. Because when he disobeys Mazi Ikechukwu, he becomes irrelevant. That's the fact of life. And you can see it. Let me tell you something, in life, when he sees some people that believe, all these people Pentecostals, that they say grace, that grace transformed. And it comes from somebody being humble. Do you know that Uchemofo, when he picked up Radio Biafra in 2015, then the argument was his voice was not strong. And Uchemofo didn't say he couldn't broadcast. Uchemofo was like engineer then with Onyendu. Onyendu always call him when there's an issue. He's one in the studio. If Onyendu traveling around the world to correct things on Radio Biafra, that was his job. It dropped on him as like a Hiroshima bomb. But guess what? With time, Uchemofo grows within the system. Because he was humble. And he doesn't joke with Onyendu's message. That was why all of them hated him. You can hear where China Sanwo was analyzing. We'll play that voice where he's analyzing the advisory chairman for this, that. All these are bunkum. Because these are evil men. All of them were there fighting against him even when he was there because Uchomofo stand against them. This thing you see they're doing now, it's what they're planning in 2015. Uchomofo didn't allow it to happen. That's the truth. Chikedozium diverted our money in 2015 when he was the European rep. That was the first thing Chikedozium did. Chikedozium stopped the European money. But he couldn't fly them because he doesn't have any. There was no this gang. They couldn't form it then because Uchomofo was then. They couldn't have Radio BIAFRA then. Anybody can go and verify. Chikedozium was European rep then in 2015. That was he was. Asiebu. Before, when this incident happened, he was the first regional rep that stopped payment to Germany. Chikedozium, you seen today. So people don't think that this thing is doing it just started it today. No. He did it in 2015. But because he didn't have that mandate, he didn't have those gang. That gang couldn't fly there because Mazi Ikechukwu was there. That's one thing people must respect that guy for. All this canker one that you seen today that happening, he was there in the same thing that happened in 2015. The script was not changed. It didn't change. It didn't change. The same thing. That's why I was laughing. People, I don't tell you guys don't know what happened because if you know what happened in 2015, you know that what's happening now is a child's play. But the reason why they couldn't sprint out then was because Mazi Ikechukwu was there. And all of them hated him with passion. I will dive into China Sanwo because China Sanwo confessed. He will play his voice. When I told you that China Sanwo hate Onyendu is pathologically, you don't understand what I mean. But we'll play that voice. After that, I will explain something there people must understand. In this program, this year, what we are in is that until they retrace their steps, until Mazi Ikechukwu go back into his shell. Now he can't come to the BIAFRA and sack people anymore. But he must obey Mazi Ikechukwu or he resign the whole body and walk away. Two things will happen. Because he have messed himself up. You see this memo he wrote yesterday, to buttress what that guy said. That is how his own memo is going to come. Mark my word somewhere, Chikedozium. You have just shot yourself in the foot, but you don't know. For honoring that particular voice note, you've gone. Even as the power of the director of state, you have lost it. You know why? Now, the message now is given publicly and you obey it. So, because that's what you guys was fighting against. Remember, we played our voices here. The riffraff said, if you obey this now, the next one will be South Africa. But now, he have obeyed the one that even worst. Thinking that now he want to protect his position, but he didn't know that he have already shot himself in the foot. Because Chikedozium, he can't go to DSS dungeon to go and see Onyendu. We only have one channel, we have one central command, one central source in the IPOB name. But you have bastardized it. But today, you wrote a memo to agree with Maz to barrister Nemeka, thinking that you're smart. But you don't know that this struggle, some of you don't know that what we are doing is spirit. A mistake because once he started lying, once he dabbled into lying in IPOB, you're finished. Any day he blackmail anybody once, he have gone against the oath. Did I know that China Sanwo was suspended when I told you he hate Onyendu? I will tell you the reason. In that voice, I will explain to you why. I didn't know about this. Because IPOB, we don't discuss about what that is IPOB for you. Just like you see Chikedozium jumping up and down, I will expel you. That's not IPOB. Within IPOB, our issue, we solve it. In Radio BIAFRA, nobody talks about expelling people. Onyendu come there simultaneously. If something that is not solved, because issue of removing, when I was appointed, for instance, my name was not announced. It was within the leadership of the UK. You pick people that you're working with because those you're close or you know them. When they put because code of conduct came in 2019. So who was venting who? There was nothing like venting in IPOB. But vetting, you can't vet without national coordinator. The vet power bestowed on every country national coordinator. Now we rehearse with the European rep now, which is the GOS member, before we communicated now to the director for state. That's how it works. That's the chain command we're talking about. But not you Chikedozium calling junior principal officers with direct number in United Kingdom here with one I witness. Making mockery of yourselves. The question is, why did you now wrote a memo to agree with my barrister Nemeka? If order will come from Chike Doziem, all this, you know one thing about our people, yeah? Nam the kind of Chineke na goziegi, my leader. And I told them, make my video available when I join IPOB United Kingdom. After I took oath, what did I say? Chukwuka be my witness. Because when you see, every night I wake, I go to bed, I ask God, show me the part of black man head that make them behave the way they behave. People jumping up and down, oh, leadership, DOS. Now, who is this DOS you're mentioning? Who created DOS? But you guys can see now, Chike Doziem now have make himself a laughing stock. Because you people, we are arguing. This is the argument you put up. Because you guys create the content. I better be Ebusi. Everything I say or do, I will bring the facts. Because tomorrow, even if you threw me to court, I will defend it. This is a message that comes from our leader. And the person that brought this message now, you accepted is Gino to this. This man is an international lawyer. To compare to, this is a Gino lawyer under Ejiofor. That's the fact. Ejiofor couldn't deliver because Ejiofor knows he messed himself up. Mazi, do you understand the game they're playing here? Ejiofor could not deliver that message because he himself messed himself up. The message now came from somebody who don't even know. This is one of the people that just go and see Onyenu now. He's the one that passing message. Show that, when people have shot themselves in the foot, you ridicule your own self. The power that we are giving to you now have intoxicated your mind because the evil have taken over your mind. To question Mazi and the candidate, Onyendu didn't give you a reason why to suspend it at home. Today, carnage is being BIAFRA and Chike Doziem. Can you solve the problem? Did you see have you not got the message? The reason why you asked you to suspend that shit at home? Did you not get the message? Did the message clear to you now why Onyendu asked you 18 hours before the Monday goes down? Remember, it was sitting at home. People like us who don't forget. Even Chinasawan will be saying, Chinasawan will address us sit at home, but it's forgotten that the name was hashtag Monday goes down. Sit at home was meant to be only Monday goes down. Nothing will move. Not even a fly will fly. That's why they call it ghost town. It's not sit at home. It was hashtag Monday ghost town. 18 hours before that. Nobody will know about this. Your leader send a message. Suspend it indefinitely. He went ahead and announced it. And he told us that he didn't give you reason. Now, I hope now you have known the reason. The question now to you, Chike Doziem and your gang and your cohort, how do you rectify what is happening in Biafra land? All these people issuing orders from their bedroom, you gave them the power. They didn't just sprint out from anywhere. You were there, you were watching them when they were grooming themselves. He said nothing about it. So the question today, forget about this sentiment. If you guys, the zoo people are watching us. The reason why even today, DS says that Onyendu, all of them are scared of Onyendu, for some of you who don't know, is because they know Mazi can speak nothing but it. Onyendu is the time, when I started listening to Onyendu, he said when he went to Israel for the first time, he was praying on the wall. The voice came. He ignored that voice. When the Biafra was established in the United Kingdom, he wasn't the one anchoring it. He said he went back again. The same voice came back. He said, go and liberate my people. He said, but one thing he must do, he must not lie. He said, if it doesn't matter if it will cost your life. And do you know how God does things? Onyendu have proclaimed publicly that the state of Israel is the only country that are giving him protection. Because after what happened on 14th of September 2017, Chineke will play that boy, because when we talk about media warrior, Somtom, whatever that boy is, Mechukwu bless him. We'll play that video in the next program. He surfaced in Israel, was interviewed in national television in Israel. For some people who don't understand, Onyendu could have lived in Israel for another 100 years, talking about Biafra. Nothing will happen to him where I live in Israel. Can't get there because he was immune. but he chose to be on the front, as he said. The question tonight is that Chike Doziem, he said Onyen didn't give you reason. Have you not seen the reason? Because you want to lead in them.
Yeah. Mazi, please, I want to just chip in something a minute. So I want you to go into it. Mazi, do you believe that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu saved IPOB worldwide through that voice message from Barrister Ejiofor, and also
not
prove
not Ejiofor.
to Nnameka, sorry, and also prove to Nigeria government that he is still in charge. Mazi, do you know the game plan? Mazi, do you know if not that message already blot out, main market could have been closed by now. Enugu market could have closed by now. And when the main market closed, all those big markets closed, IPOB is gone. They have hijacked IPOB. That voice message released by Barrister Nnameka saved IPOB and also proved that our leader Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is in charge of Biafra land, because their plan it had been sailed. Main market can be closed by now. And when main market closed, what I'm talking about? Who wants the power? Who controls the land? Who controls the land? So Chukwu Okike Abiam, eze bi n'elu ọgaranya na-akpụ na ndị mbụ ndị egede, dekwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu dobe mbọsị eke, mbọsị oyi, mbọsị afọ, mbọsị nkwọ, ise. Mazi, biko ile nkwu na do gbatia ya na ọnwụ na-asị ka nsị, biko let the world know, please.
Mazi, he just reiterating what I've just said.
Yeah.
We're not saying the Onyendu said, because Onyendu is our leader. He is our supreme leader and the spiritual leader of this particular hallowed movement. And he is the spiritual leader of Biafrans as it stands today. Is Onyendu na funi ife na afuna more? He's a spirit. Onyendu is a spirit. Our leader is a spirit. For some of you who don't know, when I met Mazi Nnamdi Kanu 101 United Kingdom here, I make a decision that I don't want to be close to Onyendu. The day I saw our leader 101, I knew that our leader is not a human being. Some people don't know. I am the first CSO in United Kingdom. When Onyendu was here, anywhere he's coming to, he will request that George Umeh must be the one to receive me. Even our meeting we have in London here, I was the one. It's not like I haven't known Onyendu, I haven't seen Onyendu, I haven't have access to Onyendu. I have. But I made a personal decision that I will be distant from our leader, because I knew who I am following. That if Mazi Onyendu was just ordinary regular guy, I will not budge, because he doesn't have nothing to offer me. I know what I want. I know why I make decision. I know why I take this route. I know why I'm here. I know why I'm sitting down here talking now. I didn't make nobody. This decision was me. I made it on my own. If I die on it, so be it. No regret. I told my woman, I said, if there is today, they said, Bakaram, forget about me. I've got a lot of kids. Don't worry. I've made this decision. This is what I have chosen to do. Nothing else. So we are not questioning the legitimacy of Onyendu. And the Biafra land has been saved once again. It's clear now. Now, the question is, the fundamental question now is that those people that Onyendu have given the mandate to, pilot IPOB, have put IPOB under autopilot mode. That's where Chike Doziem have kept IPOB. Because if not, there is no need to a lawyer to make a voice note to send message to Chike Doziem. He mentioned names. He's more powerful. Chike Doziem, Chinasa Nworu, that they should rebroadcast this broadcast. In turn, they might be thinking that Onyendu is complimenting them. Onyendu is not complimenting you. But Onyendu is simply telling us that these are the men that has been disobeying my orders, which you guys have come out and make it open to us. I'll have it in your voices. When this guy making this point, we see them jumping up. Chike is the only man that. But why did he looking for Onyendu's approval? If he has that mandate, you've lost it. That is why now Onyendu have to now intervene from DSS dungeon to salvage, just like what we are doing here. To salvage, now they lost the voice in Radio Biafra. Why would Mazi Nnamdi Kanu send the message publicly with a lawyer? Everybody with Radio Biafra, where we will play the voices of them when a lawyer Jimako deliver a very short, concise message that came from our leader. Just like Chikedozem did. This is what has been happening. When we are saying, people think we will just come out and be talking. Because our people are docile. You understand what people are docile. They don't think. The Pentecostal has fucked them. You have messed up our people's brain. We are, when you say, after mentioning our name, we already praise God. Chukwu Emeka Izuchukwu, Chinedu, Chizoba. God is inside. Chukwu. We are the only people on earth that have Chukwu attached to our name. No other nation. That the other day, me and my woman was talking. My baby in the womb. What name is he going to bear? And I told her, I said, you don't understand that all our names, we don't just bear name. And what the names are repeating what the names mean. So when you say before we, and that's how it is. Nobody show us God because they know we are people of God. So our people sentimentally, once you mention God, you broke all the bone that is in every average Igbo man or woman body. Once you mention God, you mess them up. And that's where they have kept us, committing atrocity and evil for decades and decades. They kept us in perpetual slavery. The question is, tonight, Mazi, because that's the cabal we're talking about. What is the meaning of cabal? The cabal will come out to fight. That demon is what is exposing themselves now. Chikedoziem now have honored Barrister Nemeka, junior barrister. Message. The question is this: why did you pick and choose messages you will honor? Were you there? Do you see why those people now committing this crime in Biafra land now have a legitimate argument? That is where the word of autopilot comes in. Where did the word of autopilot come from? We said it, every single thing they have said, Chikedoziem have implemented them, directly or indirectly, and publicly admitted to it. Tells you all you need to know, because they believe Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will never come out alive. But what they're trying to do to remain relevant, the one that favors them, because the message say, oh, Chikedoziem is the only one, DOS, to announce it at home, is jumping up like a mad dog. But forgetting that, without that particular message, that Biafra land could have been overrun 2 days ago, and which is still happening now. Because when Onyendu requested, I asked you to do this, but I want you to suspend it, he went ahead and do it. In military, what Chikedoziem done is court-martial. Because people are dying. For tomorrow, if there is, as well to go, you see Charles Taylor, yeah? Let me give you the history of Charles Taylor. People didn't know that Charles Taylor didn't go to prison for what happened in Liberia. Do you know why Charles Taylor went to prison? He went to prison because he collaborated with Sierra Leone. And Sierra Leone people didn't allow him to go. They held him accountable. That is why United Nations established International Criminal Court in Sierra Leone. That is where they try all these criminals. At the end of the day, they move them to Hague. Before when they find out, he's serving prison here in United Kingdom. Some people don't know. That's why I was saying when he talks sometimes, think with people that know you. Because whatever you say will be used against you tomorrow in the court of law, anywhere in the world. Because International Criminal Court is about when you commit international crime that has to do with human life. That's a day for you in court if you don't know. So some of you, or those people giving order, continue ranting. So what I'm saying tonight is that Chikedoziem for coming out and admitting that Onyendu asked him too. That audio is what is going to be. That is an evidence against him in the court tomorrow. He don't even know this. He don't even know this. He never in his wildest dream realized that particular submission he gave, including China Sanwo-Olu, that everybody was reluctant. They don't know where that word will take them tomorrow. For their information, Charles Taylor, nobody tried him about what happened in Liberia. What happened in Liberia was I saw. They were ripping women's belly with their. They never charged Charles Taylor for that because America trained him and brought him back to fight Samuel Doe. And he killed Doe. And at the end of the day, he's done his job now. Before now, he started collaborating with the rebel in Freetown in Sierra Leone. Because it's a small country with small Mano River. About 4 of them. It's Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea. I don't know if Gambia is involved. That's called the Mano River within West Africa. Why he went to prison is because of the Sierra Leone levels are collaborating with him. Now, they say that he's one that groomed them. They started committing the same atrocities they committed in Liberia. The Sierra Leone people put their foot down. United Nations established International Criminal Court in Sierra Leone. That's seated. After these men were convicted, you see, there was one they call Issa Sise. Obasanjo was one that flew in from Abuja then in Papi Yabo with the BIAFRA jet to go and meet them, to talk to them. These are information we had on the known. So for some of them that are saying things within that has to do with human life, what's happening in Biafra land now, people allow it to start happening. And somebody's going to answer for it tomorrow. Whether you like, I'm saying it, let them know that whatever you say, talk is cheap. But when Adeyinka son in UK here, when the guy was ranting, he didn't know that those words, regardless what he has said or what I brought him where is, it was a word that he uttered that was used against him in a court of law in UK, and he is convicted here without even picking up arm. He's in prison. Let alone people now can come and confess that he ordered them to pick up arms to do something one way or the other. And now they have to, and now there's a verified evidence that you actually have something to do with it. Your own is finished. Onyendu did, we are fighting for freedom. And ESN was set up to fight against the marauders that are invading our land. And the crime they were committing, it was visible. And nobody. It was necessity. And it was done. Because of the vacuums of power. And they were doing what they're supposed to do. There's forming of ESN was not for to banditry or to kill our people. None of that. And that's not what ESN was meant for. ESN is just a mere vigilante for Biafra land. They are not army. For those people that don't understand what ESN is, a vigilante that guiding Biafra land, safeguarding our bush and forest from the marauders. So what I'm saying tonight is this. The issue on the ground, what's happening in Biafra land, the carnage going on in our land, is attributed to Mazi Ikechukwu. Whether anybody want to like it or whether I want to believe it or. And the point is that Ikechukwu still hell-bent to disobey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Because as we speak, this tweet here, the question we should be asking, if Ikechukwu have now written a memo to remove the bandit that is in Germany, the guy that came to UK here and ranting his mouth, yeah, which they have their media worms telling them what to do, what not to do. That is the cabal we came to fight. But the question is, why now did you choose to obey junior barrister Nnemeka voice note that went 6 minutes? So he's not ordering, he's not the one now ordering IPOB leadership to do something. Because the argument is that only Chikedozie can give order. You pass the message through on a good channel. I'm asking a question. Or the channel he passed the message, is the channel they've been passing message. This one is in the audio message. Ejimako was a very erudite man that know how to use words. It's in English what they call concisive. He can write a memo, he can write an essay, yeah. But that essay can be covered under with 2 particular, lines in a very short, note. That's what is called concisive. address issues. It's not everybody can do it. It might be writing poem. This is not what people. We don't have time to read poem. But the fact is that when they give you a message, that message should come in concise so people can actually absorb that message. Because there was a dispute. People don't know the reason why the word he used in this message, he used it. Yeah? I will tell you why. Let me tell you why. The why is because the message Onyendu gave was not carried out. The same thing that happened in the past, he repeated himself again. That's why he ordered him to, because people, now they have driven our attention. Now we're talking about people that ordering sit at home in Biafra land. But how will people now obey you when you don't obey our leader? That's the question you have to answer to yourself. He said, today I had a visitation with Onyendu, and he asked me to make it public that he had asked one of his lawyers to do a memo to Chike Doziem to announce Obonni Abraham as the interim coordinator for Germany. And that Chike Doziem and the lawyer who did the memo can confirm this. This is a dispute. Yeah? Onyendu now has lost confidence in passing message with, a very confidential manner to lawyer, and the lawyer to transmit that message. And if that message is not being carried out, it's the job of the lawyer. That's why we hold AGL4. AGL4 has played a very dangerous role in all this, this madness going on within IPOB. He has meddled, he has abused his office as a lawyer. When you know that someone is being incarcerated, incapacitated, if you may use that word, he passed message to you, to his associate. We use the word associate, yeah, and that thing has not been carried out, and you are aware, and he kept quiet, simple because you know that he's there being locked down. That means you're aiding and abetting. So this is what has been going on, because we in the UK here, yeah, that is I can tell you about 5 messages I know that came from Onyendu, direct from our leader, Chike Doziem flouted. 5 confirm. This is not about hearsay. Like when we'll talk about facts. And the written emails Chike Doziem have written to confirm his blunted flouting of Onyendu's orders. Because in history of IPOB, never a time any lawyer came out publicly to make an announcement or passing message, transmitting message for any principal officer within IPOB. This is the first time through a Jumako. This is a dispute. And now Onyendu have forced it again to now go make it voice note. And that voice note went over 6 minutes to almost 7 minutes. The question now is that Maz to close this, and people have to go and ponder, or we have to reiterate. We will play Chike Doziem and Chinas Anworu's voice at the end of our, maybe it's middle to the same end of our program, where they actually flouted it. Or if you want us to do it now, we can do it now before we move forward.
No, yeah, Maz, I think it's good we do it now. And if time permits us, we are going to play a voice note from Tony Ezlumike, deputy leader.
Mm-hmm.
A caller called him and asked him what we are saying now. It's good. In our program, we like bringing evidence out. But if time permits us, we're going to play it. What Tony Zumike said, so people will understand what we are saying.
Okay.
I think it's
a priority. Play his voice first, because that voice will be the best. Now, because
Tony
Zumike, play his voice first.
The video is about 10 to 13 minutes.
Mm-hmm. It's long. It's long.
Yeah, 10 to 13 minutes. So I don't know if we have the time.
No, so what we will do, that program will close. That video will close the program. So at the end of program, you put that video in. Let the video play, right? Because we have talked about whatever he has said. You want to use it to buttress what I have said, but if you can listen to the voice of Mazi Chinas Anworu, let me use the words Mazi. and the chief Mazi Ikechukwu, of how they actually, flouted Onyendu order, disobeyed Onyendu. That's the gross insubordination with IPOB. Then now we can move forward, because that is the origin of all this problem that happened in Biafra land today. That single mistake. Nothing else. No matter how you want to turn it upside down, whoever that is anywhere today giving order is simple because Chike Doziem fell. And he came out and confessed with his own mouth that Onyendu gave order. Actually, Onyendu have given this order before even they call the force it at home with his own mouth. And I will tell you the hours difference between this time. 18 good hours, almost 24 hours. But Chike doesn't carry on and went to do and say that, he was successful, as if this is first time we have done sit at home in Biafra land. Isn't it ironic that he could come out and admit such blunder publicly? And I think people will just sit down and watch you do whatever you want to do. It doesn't work that way. So Mazi, we can go on and play the voice of Chinas and Woru first. If you wish to. Then before...
No, it's important to confirm what we are saying. It's important.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So let's play Chinas and Woru's voice first. Then after that, then Chike Doziem one comes in.
Yeah.
Now, when we mount up that pressure, everywhere started to panic. When we declared this sit at home, we got a message from the leader that we should call off this sit at home. I don't want to go deep on people. There were people who played a very dangerous role against that sit at home for their own selfish interest. Because I expect you to come here to ask, when we put sit at home, you saw that Ohaneze Ndigbo, you saw the people opposing the sit at home. You saw them. And you saw people who were giving them thumb up. It is that destruction they want in IPOB. It is to destroy and discredit the IPOB leadership. After due consultation with our leader, we went ahead, conducted the first sit at home that was carried around the world. Our leader continued to send message that the sit at home, we should call it off. The message continued to come. Everybody was reluctant to call it off. Why I'm explaining this thing is that at the end of the day, I want you who have supported because they sit at home Monday, our people have been voluntarily. When we announced the sit at home, we got messages. Even we are not normal. We know that spoken word cannot be retrieved back. But the enemies of this struggle, they continue to attack the sit at home. They continue to bring excuses that NATO is coming. This one is coming. The university is 6 months on strike till now. They use it to blackmail the IPOB leadership, if you are not aware. Everywhere was that the Chike Doziem and Chinas and Woru, they don't listen to what Mazi Ikechukwu is saying. That they disobeyed Mazi Ikechukwu. And you are one of those people. I am making you a direct accusation. Some of you, like you, were part of the people carrying all this kind of rumor that Mazi Ikechukwu told them to allow somebody to come on radio. They refused. Mazi Ikechukwu told them to cancel the sit at home. They refused. I know this struggle. That word that I spoke, because it was in conformity in what the leadership agreed, and it was the best for the struggle. But you were there when people were blackmailing Chinas and Woru and Chike Doziem. It was to avoid saying that we disobey Mazi Ikechukwu, because we must always listen to him, whether in the DSS.
Only said we should suspend the sit at home. And I asked our people, those that I had discussion. I said, but what is the reason? They don't need to give any reason why we should suspend it. And they said he didn't give a reason. And I asked them, but you tell me, what reason would I give Biafrans why I am suspending this sit at home when our demands has not been met? That was my question. I asked those both in DOS and those who were not in DOS that I had the opportunity to speak with. They were there the news. I asked them, what will be the reason I have to give? And so, well, with that, sorry, I think I'm trying to mix a little thing here, but the lawyers have not come back to us now. Now, this is before the night, the first day of it. So when I was asking them, what is the reason they want us to suspend this thing? And they told me that we should use NECO as an excuse. I mean, we should use NECO because of the exam that the people are trying to hold. And I said, but NECO doesn't really, it's not the strongest excuse to give Biafrans why we should stop the sit at home. And I will be very, very frank. And I'll take the responsibility. I haven't said it on air before because it's not, I don't come on air and I said, because there is no reason from our leader that we should stop this sit at home, that we are going to go ahead with the sit at home. And then we went ahead with the first sit at home. After we did the first sit at home, and it was a huge success, unbelievably successful. Then, after that same Monday after the sit at home, the lawyers had a visit again to Onyendu, and they now came back and said that Onyendu said we must suspend that sit at home. So that message came now the second time, and I said, okay, if Onyendu insists, after the evidence we have provided that this thing was successful and that our people were willing to do it, if he insists, I will suspend it. And I suspended it. That instruction came from Onyendu. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying. And that's how I'll answer that question for you. Now.
Yeah. Mazi, this is the beginning. This is the beginning of the problem. This is the beginning of the problem we are having in Biafra land. Just a single comment. Go on Radio Biafra, cancel it. This matter will be dead and buried. But refusing our leader's order, our supreme leader, the man who saw tomorrow, as the Iwo Kenyan on an awefu, what are the energy? A man fair. Our leaders know that a day like this is going to come if that starts home will be carried on. And he went and passed message to them. To Mazi Ikechukwu, suspend this sit at home. China Sanwo said the message keep on coming. Everybody feel reluctant. And Deputy Mazi Ikechukwu said, because of Onyen did not give a reason, because Onyen didn't want a reason, he went ahead. Because your leader did not give you a reason, he went ahead and carried that sit at home. Today, if what the results, you are part and parcel of this problem. I feel in Biafra land today. Mazi, please, if you have anything to say, then say that we can go ahead and play those guys, those Kabal boys that are attacking Aloy Dimako. They'll be Biafra.
Mazi, it is very, very important that, like we said, this is a critical analysis. And like you always said, that it's not the majority demand, but the 8, because at the end of the day, the truth must be spoken. Mazi Ikechukwu and his cohort are the genesis of the chaos going on in Biafra land today. The man, you see, the menace that are going on in Biafra land today, they cannot run away from it. That's their date. And they cannot push it to anybody. Because they confirmed it here. They have confirmed it. So what we have to tell them is this. You guys need to retrace your steps. It's either you want to be in an IPOB or you're outside IPOB. If you cannot obey Onyendu's order, there's no need of you associating with IPOB. I'm pointing finger out there for those that are not IPOB members. It is not when you fail in your own home, you will blame your friends out there that have been advising you badly. It is your responsibility to man up and take up the mess you have made. The time is still, early for you. A stitch of time, like they say. So it's fine for you guys to wake up from your slumber now and face reality and stop flip-flopping and try to deceive yourselves or thinking that the Mazi Nnamdi will not make it alive. Because Onyendu have chosen a different path. Like I said, Chikedozium have validated that is irrelevant. You can take my word for it. For the mere fact that because we will play voices. Remember, even somebody wrote something that they shouldn't honor this particular order. And giving reason why. That after this, they honor it. After this, the country that is going to be the next. Because this is a message that have been passed in a very good faith. And Chikedozium refused to carry them out. Now, Onyendu have chosen a different platform now to deliver his message. And they have already honored it. So you cannot, even Ejimako, they attack now, they have made mess of themselves, which we are going to play their voices to see the kind of leadership Chikedozium has been carrying IPOB worldwide since Onyendu was renditioned. They have indulged in this servitude and this blackmailing thing. Try now to cabal they are building is more dangerous than the zoo we're trying to run away from. As long as they see you as someone that is not in their path, now they will gather smear attack, which they did to Mazi Ikechukwu in UK here that we resisted. Even they made a boast that they have drove me and Mazi Ikechukwu. Imagine. People could make mouths, talk anyhow. So Mazi, there's no need. This fact is something that is irrefutable. Chikedozium cannot run away from his own shadow. The question has been asked, and the voices we had here now meant that what we've been saying, cabal, it is not allowed. Don't you say cabal is not allowed an IPOB? That we are not going to replicate any other useless whatever as a nation. And that is exactly why you guys are dragging us now. And now they will be busy. You see, the content you guys are creating to distract attention is not going to work. Because at the end of the day, we know, we understand, and we're not going to sit down here and be playing dumb like as we don't know where the problem comes from. And that is why we are putting all this problem is a reminder to you guys to know that whenever you utter a word, that word will be recorded by somebody. And you can't take your words back, especially on the era we are living, which is social media. So, Mazi Ikechukwu and his gang are directly responsible of what is happening in Biafra land. But thank God now they have honored the message from Onyendu. For those that have been shouting that only the US will say it, you listen. But I don't know why now Emeka said it. You people listen to it. Do you see where we have a problem? And if you look at yourself in the mirror and still believing that you follow Mazi Ikechukwu, then you have a fundamental question to ask yourself. Which way do we go? Because one lawyer will come with a message, you want it because it suits you. Then when another comes with a different message, they don't accept it. So, and that is why now Onyendu have chosen a public. So Chikedozium is not the one now giving us message anymore. The message we are taking now, the one comes from lawyers, and you have to come publicly now. You can't go to them anymore because the message cannot go to them. Are you telling me that the guy wouldn't send that message? Because if you send it privately, it's irrelevant. So Mazi, as he eats now, messages now from Onyendu, it's meant to be made public before they will be honored. That is what I have taken, Mazi. And we must understand that diverting our attention is not going to do anybody any favor. What is happening in Biafra land? They know how it started. And they're so responsible for it. And they need to start thinking inward, what are they going to do to stop it? Regardless whoever they're pointing their finger to, it's irrelevant to me. They are the primary problem That is the genesis of the whole problem. For ignoring Onyendus that have landed everybody where we are today. So we have to visit them anytime we talk about this issue. They are the number one reference we have to pick up. How did Biafra land become desolate? Chike Doziem disobeyed Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And that's where I'm going to pin this particular comment before we move on to another agenda, Mazi. Unmute yourself.
Yeah, Mazi, how about the Cabal Boys on Radio Biafra? Are we not going to play them?
Of course, yeah, we're going to.
Okay, I think
So
we play them before we move here.
Yeah, let's be
We saw what is happening, and we only have to inform our Biafrans all over the world here. What we are doing here is to keep you posted of every development, both favorable or unfavorable. We are not trying to put fears into you, but we are trying to make you to understand the situation we are in now. And for those of you around the globe, if you are having such problems, you will equally contact us. Contact any of the media, any media here, or direct you, because we have to stop this in once and for all. Assuming something happened to this woman tomorrow, what can we say? So this is why we are trying to have an alternative until the leadership do the needful by suspending and counter. Some of you are keeping your money because there is no need sending that money. In as much as when that money is in there, it doesn't come out immediately. Even the HOD will put it doesn't respond because it don't have respect for anybody. Because they have a plan. If people don't know that it was Canada that stopped it, that collected 40 million and lied that only need to stop will sit at home. Today you can see how what Biafra land has become. They are working with the Zoo government. Go to Madam Oyibo, the 100,000 that put us in this mess. All of them. You see one thing, you know, before this talk we are doing it now in America here in Europe. America. Today, what is happening? What is happening everywhere? So please, we are not making anybody to be afraid. Continue to pay your money to your national coordinator in your state or resident and continue to help. There are a lot of meetings that will be on IPOB fundraising that will be going places now, authorized by HOD. We have to defend our land. And the media wars are here. The media has started. The war has started again.
BIAFRA Alpha Power Media International.
Mazi, I want to say something so that we don't overcloud ourselves with information, or maybe people will not pick up what is happening. Did you hear where this guy said that Canon Takana collected 40 million to stop it at home?
Yeah, he's the one that stopped.
But the same sit at home, China Sanworu now we just play their voices. I want everybody listening to this particular program, take a piece, you know, with a pen and paper, beer, you will learn something. What we are trying to do, we're trying to dismantle the petty and, you know, all these charlatans. You know, when you have a criminal mind, it's not in IPOB. You have to detox your mind before you join IPOB for real. The guy don't make a reference that Canon Takano collected 14 million to stop sit at home. But China Sanworu said that Onyendu was sending message. Chike Doziem confirmed that Onyendu, even before the lawyers went, they have got this message to suspend the sit at home. Biafra asks you, which one do we take? Some of you claiming leadership. Mazi Doziem just told you that the reason why he didn't suspend the sit at home is because Onyendu didn't give him reason. And this clown here.
Mazi, don't forget, Mazi Chikizo mentioned the lawyer's name. Ifeanyi Ejiofor, which is that, no?
This clown now said that Kalon Takano collected 40 million. He asked him, what exactly is he talking about? That if you look for Madam Nenyanya tomorrow, you didn't see Madam Nenyanya. What is that got to do with our finance? That he should be paying your money to a national coordinator. This is a gang of criminals. This guy has been going around contacting people because he's part of the cabal. He's one of them that called Mazi Ikechukwu, told all of them to go to hell. This guy that called this guy now, I don't know who this guy is. But it's quite pathetic. If you want to fight a good fight, you fight, my brothers and sisters. IPOB is not one of Igbo. Why are you guys turning this struggle into child? Like, what exactly do you people want? Madam Nenyanya is doing a job, Onyendu. You wishing Madam Nenyanya dead or what? What is he got to do? Are you the one that employed Madam Nenyanya?
Maybe they are planning to kill her.
No, wait, Mazi. He had him say that, pay your money to the national coordinator. So where is this money going to? That is not a Mazi Nankan structure. And you're jumping up and down. Somebody's giving order from somewhere. And you are in Radio Biafra giving order, counter order against our leader. You are in Radio Biafra giving contrary order to Mazi Nankan. And they are abusing a hierarchy of IPOB. You see why I talk about when you're not pure in this struggle. This incident have happened in United Kingdom here. Some of them today, you see, they're claiming that they're in leadership. I know a particular individual that specifically called this Chinasa Nworu a criminal. I know the route I took. None of this individual opened their mouth to challenge this particular thing in a coordinators forum in UK here. I have this as evidence. Because you see all these pretenders, all these sycophants, all these criminals you do everywhere. Because it's what you do. That's what goes into your mind. Like when they call people agent or provocateur, they are the number one agent of, because that thing they are calling you already, before they say it, they are doing it already. You had the guy saying, who is this guy? What concerns you with IPOB finance? Onyendu have said, no man should interfere in our finance. Chike Doziem has got no power to approve finance. That is where Chike Doziem have failed. Chike Doziem will continue to dance a dance of shame until, as he said, he's a humble follower of Mazi Nankan, but he's no longer any humble follower because now he have built cabal. They come in United Kingdom here and remove our leader's name from company's house. Put a woman that is not even an Igbo man, is not even a Biafra name to be leading us, which her name is still there till tomorrow morning. They have not addressed it. They tell you tax return. You ask them, what is removing our leader's name, a director's name that has to do with tax return? They won't give you answer. You live in Swiss, you don't live in United Kingdom. This clown that lives in Poland, I don't know where he lives. That don't know what happened in Germany, how German system work. And I yapping that you should pay your money to national coordinator. As national coordinator now is the IPOB head of finance. Do you see how these people overnight turning IPOB? And now when somebody else now is doing what they are doing, they say, oh, they are agent of provocateur. But you open the door for them. What did this obey Mazi Nankan? Anybody can be anybody. Do you know that people can be, emotional, and people can be supporting our leader from any angle? They can do whatever they want to do. You can't stop that because you guys started it. You are in Radio Biafra and will have a moderator, Radio Biafra anchor will allow you to be talking about finance. That's why whenever I make reference to Uchemo, for people will be asking, why is this guy calling Uchemo for his name? I will call that gentleman's name because there's nothing like him. We have not seen nobody have carried IPOB like he did. In hierarchy, unless Madam Nenyanya of today. He dare not come to Radio Biafra and talk about a fellow principal officer. That's why Chinasa Nworu was removed. Nobody were aware of it. Then that particular anger has been in him for years. That is why when we go forward, I'm going to say something. Let's continue. But the point I make here to people to know, the true agent or provocateur, you see them always talking about. I've said it before, anytime Chinasa Nworu said something, people doing something, hold him responsible. That thing he said, he's doing it already on the ground before he started saying it. Because all these people not here, they are the gang. The same way they said that Mazi Ikechukwu was the person the letter going to. They arrange smear campaign against Mazi Ikechukwu. Think they're going to finish Mazi. I will just taking reference. You see a fellow comrade you took oath with. Lied against the man that have put in everything for restore Biafra. At the end of the day, the same Chinas I want to come out again and say is Darlington Imo is the one that are going into his house. How do you fathom this in your brain? Is it the kind of people who want to get Biafra with? You turn your back, they shot you at the back? No.
Okay, Mazi, because
Let's
of
move
time,
forward.
Mazi, before you stop, please reiterate the point about this guy, because he said Kanutakan collected 40 million to stop sit at home. But the video clip we play, China Sanwo-Olu said the message keep coming from Onyendu, and everybody feel reluctant. Then Mazi Ikechukwu said he didn't stop sit at home because there was no reason from our leader, and the person that gave him that information was Barrister Ifeanyi Ejiofor. Let Biafrans understand.
Correct. Yeah,
So
absolutely correct. Let's move on.
Yeah.
What we are Biafrans need to understand, what we are playing the voices from Radio Biafra, because we are holding them. We are borrowing their words. Radio Biafra is the only mouthpiece IPOB have. That was why when Radio Biafra they started Radio Biafra, Onyendu, I think in 2012, all the things that have gone wrong, gone behind the scene before now, IPOB was established now fully. Onyendu refused that all of us must be contributing squarely to make sure we fund our radio. That's why it is not commercial. It's not a commercial platform. It's a freedom fighting platform and only solely for indigenous people of Biafra. That is where we communicate. That's where we worship. That's where we commune. That's where we pour our hearts. When we have issues, we settle it within the family. That is where they allow this gang of criminals to come to Radio Biafra now, and they are maligning a hierarchy. Just like what the same guy to see that Chike Doziem has been the engineer of whatever that happened. If you remember the time they started carrying smear attack against Madam Nenyanya on Biafran television, with Chukwu the former, all of them kept mute. That's when the cabal was grooming. Now they're bringing all these riffraffs, calling them media warrior. IPOB does not have a specific media warrior. Every single IPOB that have a smartphone is a media warrior. We have our media team. Even couldn't make a gift when they formed family writers then. They couldn't approve because there's something they found in them then. They stopped family writer for some time before actually they allowed them because they have a media. We have media platform which of all my head. Why I'm making all these references tonight? Because people must understand where we're coming from. Now, they allow them to come to Radio Biafra to be maligning a hierarchy. Let's move forward, Mazi.
And that's what makes you a human. So, I want to cover to the future, then I say, wait, because, Mazi, the reason why they want to remove this story is all about money, because government will not allow them to do any harm. Government will not allow them. So, one story is the name and come to hey, okay, what you go do here? Oh, because my call sorry boy, go to them to tell them that money is no longer coming to that video. Most of them just that because of what is money. And it's because of currency now. Currency is the problem. Hey, remove it. Who will want Batman? Nobody will want Batman. Nobody will want slow. Nobody will want go slow in things he or she do. You will always take action. So if one do not take action, they will come out and say, oh, you don't want to pay. It's not true. We are in a critical time and we need to take a critical decision. Let the leadership of IPOB expel men now. We stand on that. Then we wait for what the action opponent do with it. When we leave them out. We don't care. If we don't do it this way, Mazi, then don't know it that we are wasting our survival every day online. And by the end of the day, nothing will happen. This is all I have to say.
Mazi, we'll be dealing with this as they come, because if we leave it, then we won't talk about. Maybe people will forget. is the same Madam Nyanya they are making references to, right?
Yeah.
Now, this riffraff actually dead Mazi Ikechukwu.
Yeah, Mazi, because please, no, I don't think don't waste your time on all those Kaba boys, you know. So we have a lot. We need to play Chinas and Wolu.
Yeah.
No. Has investigated us, no. So we don't have to waste time for all those Kaba boys. Yeah, no.
Okay.
We can
let's just play the voices.
We'll play them. We'll go to Chinas and Wolu this thing. So let's not give them time. We don't have time for them. Yeah, but analyzing this
to buy the chat card. When it comes, you see 500, you think it's so much money. So giving them money to talk. People like us, nobody gives us money to talk. We say the way it is. That is why we say the truth at all times. But those ones, they are giving 50p, $1 to buy the chat card. When it comes, you see 500, you think it's so much money. These are the ones they are using. So as long as they are giving you that money, you are collecting it, you'll be forced to do their bid. Anything they ask you to say, that is what you say. So they don't have opinion of their own. So they should stop fooling people using their platforms. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi. What you just said now, it's very, very important because someone have constantly, talk about how Mazi Ikechukwu used to send him, tell him the financial thing of IPOB, whatever. But man, looking at the person speaking, you will wonder. At times, people feel like it's Mazi Ikechukwu really what we think it's because the caliber of the person, talking of, Mazi Ikechukwu exchanging such information with people that beg recharge card. And when we begin to wonder, is Mazi
Mazi, as we playing these audios, yeah, we're not gonna be wearing saying anything, but if they need reference that is very, very important, you need to be picked up. You see this guy, what he just said, he's making a reference to somebody that saying that the Onyendu is giving him information and the caliber of that person. And that thing is what he's doing today, right? Remember what I said to you, agent or provocateur. This guy have read Obuefi's, which you have here, Obuefi's apology, a message that was sent to Mazi Ikechukwu. He has read it on his platform, on his Facebook platform. So exactly the same thing. That's what I told you. They don't have any other formation. They use everything they do is the same script. It doesn't matter who is doing it, but it must be pointed. So now the question is, he was talking about Madam Nyanya, but now he's referring this person who is giving him information. So who is giving him information? Let's move forward. It's very important. That's one thing I want to pick up there. He just make a reference to somebody, the person that carries smear attack against Madam Nyanya. Now, the same thing is what he's doing now today. That was 2021. Now he's doing his own 2022. Let's move forward.
The leadership, I'm begging them, pleading to them. We don't give order because we don't.
BIAFRA Alpha Power Media International.
To great people of Biafra, telling them to Onyendu say that. We are not going to listen to them. And I'm urging the leadership, I'm begging them, pleading to them. We don't give order because we know that we have leadership, but we can also advise because we are on that media. We are seeing everything. And we can never mute because if we are mute, things will be destroyed. And we can never allow that to happen. I want them to know that we are not going to stop. I want the leadership to take the bull by the horn. I will tell you people to go back again on Biafran television channel 1/IPOB Rapture Media. Go and listen the broadcast that I had with Capo Daniel, the second in command of Amazonia, to show Ayaba. You people should go there and listen. And all the advice the man gave to us, and also the advice was also to the leadership. They should take the bull by the horn. They should, of course, our leader is our leader. Because what they are trying to do now is to paint our leader black and white. The zoo now will begin to say, okay, you are in DSS dungeon and you are controlling the affair outside. Then stay there. Remains there. We are not going anywhere. Remains there. I want the leadership to take control. They have already showed their loyalty to Mazi Ikechukwu over all this going to 2 years. And they have already practicalized it. We have saw it physical. And there's nothing else we want, only for the leadership to take the bull by the horn. Those people that they are causing problem, they should expel some people and give some people sanction. It does not matter. It does not matter. If you can wash for over going to 2 years, some are still contributing money to the same money that
BIAFRA Alpha Power Media.
Mazi, like I said, I'll be picking one point that are very vital in what we are doing. Did you hear the guy said that they're not going to take order from Onyendu? Yeah, that's what he said. And he's advising the leadership because Ejimako's order, Ejimako passed the message. The question I'm throwing back at Biafrans, the real agent or provocateur we have within IPOB now is those cabal Chikedozium and has formed because Barrister Nnemeka message that came 2 days ago. Why did they accept that message? That's the question mark. For some of us that are very domicile, can you stand now brainstorming, thinking, who are these people? On whose interest? We're going to play his voice again till we continue. But one thing I've taken here, these people now are telling what they are forcing Mazi Ikechukwu, which Mazi is doing. Because Chikerism have used them to blackmail people. This is what blackmailers do. The moment, let me give you one instance here. In a place like America, because America does it very well. When you are in a gang, they get caught you. They will offer you immune to you to confess, to testify against the whole gang. They want to catch everybody. Now they will give you a different identity to you to leave. Two things will happen to you: either you leave or you die, because those people will come after you or they will kill you. Now, Chikerism have used these people to smear people. Now they are threatening them. This is not the first time I have said this. Now they come to Radio BIAFRA telling Chikerism, even the other clown put it in writing, that they must not obey Onyendu and they will wait for consequences because they believe that Onyendu will not come out. That's one point I want BIAFRA. I want you guys to take one thing off on the word they're saying. These people are quite irrelevant. We don't play clowns like them, but because this was done in Radio BIAFRA, if they were done in their private platform, we won't talk about it. But because this we are done well and contributing money, hosts of Biafrans, because if you ask all these people to prove their receipt, that we're going to pray for him now to talk about. Probably they are not contributing, they haven't contributed nada. Yeah? So let's move forward, Mazi.
Still call him here that he is an idiot. The coordinator of Cologne, he called a police for me. When this issue started, still call him here that he is an idiot. He should take this case to court. And I want to tell the leadership that if this case get to court, that is when I will turn to tiger and lion. And I want to tell the leadership they should not blame me, because I will pack every of my receipts. That is when I will put allegation on them that they will balance me all my money back, because that is the main point that I will go for. That is exactly what I will go for. I will tell the court that they have been collecting money from me, defrauding me, telling me, giving me, putting me in a state of imagination, telling me that something is coming where it's not coming. And that is when I will put allegation on them. If they don't know, I have all my receipts. I have my defense fund. I have a lot of payment that I have done. I want them to understand this, and I don't want the leadership to blame me because I'm still waiting for their court. We will go to that court, and they will see that they will fail. They will fail. And I have a lot of people that are going to join me to bring also their receipts that they have already defrauded them. I want them to understand they are dealing with somebody that is, I reason very well. I reason very well. I'm not an illiterate. I understand things, the way things works. I've been living in Europe not today. I've been here for a long time. So I understand every system. So I want you people to go and tell them so that when Onyendu will come out, Onyendu will not blame me because I will put allegation on these people. I will. And I will base that they will return all the whole money that I have been contributing, and they must return it. They must return it. And now I will still tell them, why are they defrauding people? Because now it will go on the fraud. It will go on the fraud. That is what I'm trying to tell them. So should in case they have to know before they will go to court.
Mazi, we have 2 more video on the on the issue of media warm, but at least it's good that these videos are playing, and I want people to be picking up some point. This same person that telling that Madam Neniaya should be expelled, it is the same person questioning IPOB legitimacy, and IPOB is now a fraudster defrauding people. I want people to be taking an account of the kind of people they have gathered around themselves. That is the #1 agent of provocateur. We'll move forward.
International.
Afayabu Ugo UK. Ugo UK onanum.
Anumani ihe na-ekwu Mazi, anumani ihe na-ekwera. Mazi Barrister Ifeanyi Jafosa. Udo dịrị gị. Ihe ntụrụ ikwu bụ Mazi Nnamdi Kanu agwala gị nke ekekwala ihe ndị iro na ha ndị iro na-ekwu. Ndị iro. Onye si na ị naghị arụta ihe ị na-arụ. Onye si datina na ya chọrọ ịchụ gị. Ya hapụ obodo ebe ọ nọ bịa n'ala zoo Nigeria. Bịa jee meet Mazi Nnamdi Kanu chi achụpụ gị with himself. Onye ha nụkwara na social media na one room na-eme kinosi. Onye si na ya chụrụ ịchụpụ gị asụlọ ya IPOB, asụlọ ya Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Ya eji ụkwụ ya gbara flight lọta bịa chụpụga gị. Ha nụkwara na one room na-agọsịpụ. Cowards ka m kpọrọ ha, cowards. Ka ahụ ihe m na-adụ gị ọdụmọdụ. Onye si na ya chụrụ ịchụpụ gị shi ebe o shi lọta. Ndị awụ ndị oshi. 2. Biafra si na-ege m ntị. Ndị Igbo amakatala ihe mụwa akpa uche. After getting up from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ka mma na ndị Igbo amaghị ihe. Ọmụnwa ka a na-akpọ Mazi C2. Ndị anụ olu m kwuo mụ na dọtụna mụnwa na-ekwu. Because ndị Igbo amakatala ihe mụwa akpa uche. Look at the naked drop from Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. O tekiri ndị Igbo time. Ikweta na Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wee ezigbo mmadụ. O tekiri ha time. Ha na-akpụ ya na redio na-ayị ya na owu onye osu na owu uke. Ngwa kezi ote shi kidnap Mazi Nnamdi Kanu ikiri bụ ha mmiri unu na-ege somebody ntị. Unu akwa ha jụọ onye ahụ. Ke ebe ka ishi ebe ka unu ekwe because full azụ ndị azụ bịa attack wati ike dozie m tinasa nwụrụ but Mazi the former drop by ị na-anụ olu m sa biko gwa Mazi Nnamdi Kanu na ọmakwa activity Kanu nta Kanu ọmakwa activity nne ya anya na nne ya anya na Kanu nta Kanu so aghasa IPOB bụ ya na nkwuru bụ ya na Mazi C2 kwuru udo dịrịla gị. Like, let them go to their spiritual world. They are cowards. These people are called them cowards.
BIAFRA Alpha Power Media International.
Thank you very much. It's your brother C2 calling you from a location. Mazi, I appreciate you. Carry on your good job. Biafrans are listening and Biafrans are with you.
Thank you.
I just want to say something here. There is nothing they can do to you. If they like, let them go to their spiritual world. They are cowards. These people are called them cowards. They are nothing but cowards. Mazi, what I want to say here is this. I will hold Mazi Nnamdi by his word. That is the question I'm going to ask him whenever he comes out. He's coming out to join us very soon. He said that if you offend IPOB, he will never forgive you. But if you offend him himself, he will forgive you. Canon Takano have offended this hallowed platform. Canon Takano wants Mazi Nnamdi dead. Biafrans, if you don't know it now. Canon Takano wants Mazi Nnamdi dead. Tell me somebody that called himself a brother to our leader. Your own brother, as you claim, was kidnapped, and you know about it. Why can't you tell the HODLS and the DOS that look at the situation? You refuse, because the reason why he's fighting the DOS is the reason why he brought Samaneka. Canon Takano brought Samaneka. Forget about this shenanigan they are doing. He brought that guy to come and tarnish the image of DOS. How many times did you see Canada come out and tell Samaneka, shut up, that DOS are not criminals? People should call here and tell me, how many times did you do that? None. Because Canada Kano is a coward idiot, which we are going to sentence him very soon. Honorable Afro Canada Kano warrior seat. You know the problem of our people, freedom. Our people, do you know what is freedom? Russia is fighting today because of freedom. Don't you know? They are fighting today to withhold their mother's land. America is trying to destroy their mother's land, and Russia says no. That is what is going on. Fulani is trying to destroy us as a race. And Mazi Nnamdi says no. Then Canon Takano and his cabal, thinking that IPOB is where you can do cabal. This is your no Germany. I have called him many times to go Ebani Bueshe. Now Odimbo. Go there and get a job, Ebani Bueshe. You think that an IPOB will be Gadia? I sort of problem of our people. You sit in your house thinking master prophet. Die, I said you should die. You get a family going. These people are wicked. You destroy. Everybody wants to destroy Mazi Nnamdi and this IPOB. They don't know that. We are telling this even that IPOB is Shagaja for you. We are ready to go to jail. Make sure that Biafra is restored.
Thank you very much.
Mazi, thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you
very much. They all will.
Mazi, I want to say something before we play Chinasa Nworu's voice. This young man, I wouldn't say much on him because it's quite irrelevant, but it's very, very dangerous in life when you are blind. If you're blind and you are working with a blind, you're doomed. He had all the accusation he accused Mazi Takano on this particular audio. First of all, I want people to take one thing out. You come out as a freedom fighter, hide your identity and your picture, using fake name to come out and threatening people. And he called people coward. He called them cowards. Do you know the meaning of cowards? Use word, don't even know the meaning. You are answering C2 without your picture, going around calling people with pseudo numbers and threatening people's life. I won't say much on his issue, but one thing I want to take away from this is that he said Onyefo Canon Takano warrior seed. That's why I'm telling them their word is what is going to be used against them tomorrow. When people speak unguardedly, if you speak with sentiment, that sentiment, ignorance is not an excuse in court of law. I don't know if you barely know who Canon Takano is, but things that I have mentioned here, Canon Takano, Onyendu was kidnapped, and Canon Takano is nobody. He's the one that's supposed to know that Mazi Canon Takano was in Kenya and kidnapped. Chike doesn't claiming second in command didn't know, and you didn't ask yourself question why. But Canon Takano is a criminal, and Onyefo Canon Takano warrior seed. Thank God that people have known who is C2. That is not an invisible man, because as you can see with the two audio, The guy, why we play these audios here, is all these audios, the particular first one was on Radio Biafra. Called Mazi Ikechukwu. The so-called Wachineke exposed him there by mentioning his name. But he still don't introduce himself with his real name, that his name is Ugochukwu. He didn't say it because he's not a man enough. That's what they call cowards. Cowardice, not even coward. You go around calling people ranting. You don't pick up arm to go and fight. You don't contribute, you don't do nothing. But you go around shouting on people's name. I will leave it there, Mazi. But the truth is that we got it. The picture of the person, because this threat was made. Nobody know who he was. But the two audio here, they called his name. He confirmed that he is the C2. So for those that have been listening, that is C2 is Ugochukwu. It's nobody. I'll leave it there, Mazi. Let's play.
Yeah.
Go on, Mazi.
Mazi Shelly, because just a minute before we go to China and Won. Mazi, you see this C2, Ugochukwu UK. You know, a lot of people don't know me. Before, I'm not a broadcaster. I don't know that a day will come, I will come out on media to defend what I believe on like this. I'm very, very relevant, very, very important on Twitter. On Twitter, yes. But coming on media to broadcast, it's not my system, you know. I don't know how, but just because I see what is going on, and I say, no, I must stand up and do what is right. Or no, let me be the aso. You see this C2 Mazi, I have been in a program a lot with him. He never for one day show his video or his picture. He never for one day. I have been in a program a lot, no, from George Money. If you listen to it, you know what I'm talking. For one day, he never show his video or his picture. But today, we know who is C2. He was threatening to. He was saying that anybody that sees Kano should pour him acid. C2. Today we know we have seen you. And Mazi, there is another one again. Please permit me. Maria Heather. Permit me, you know. That one, always nobody know his picture. But one day we're going to bring his picture out here. Please, Mazi, I want to play that Maria Heather. What that lady saying. He live in America, please. People should still listen. It's important now where we do this. Mazi, should I play it from background?
Go on. You can do as well as you wishes, mate.
Because it's not this, no.
Go on, play in the background. It's fine.
Okay. It's very important now. Yeah, Biafran, sorry, please. So, please, Biafran, listen to this woman, Maria Heda. This a woman. They also brought this woman on Radio Biafra in several times. He was doing your anchored program with Chinedu. Look at what he said to our leaders' parents. Biafran should listen.
What DOS is doing is just to fulfill their obligation to make sure this man comes out. Okay? But when Mazi comes out, with all the Mazi should restructure this thing and get everything going straight. His family members are complete disappointment. They have failed woefully. And he will go on the history, he will go in history, he will go on record. They are not people to be reckoned with or to be respected from. For any reason, every respect according to them should be thrown out of the window. They are complete idiots. That's my word.
Let me remind you, this thing did not start now. Do you know there is a saying that says that a DBU no ada batana nebu?
No.
They don't have regard for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Those is family members.
No.
They don't.
They don't. Even all these things I can make it also that now. The way other people are seeing this project, including Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the family members don't see it that way.
No, they don't. Because
from their perspective, it's a scam. No, from their perspective, because they are criminals. From their perspective, they think that what Mazi is projecting, or this project Mazi is saying, is a criminal entity. That's the way they look at it. They look at it as it's a way for them to make money. And you know what it tells me? I don't care whether their father was, whatever they call it, king or whatever. After all, Oju to Sakaru say he was the one that appointed him a king. That tells me who were these people? Who were they? Before Oju Zokalo appointed his father, their father, and the so-called somebody like me, I've been dealing with.
Marian Heda, you know one thing we will do.
Mazi, are you shaking your head? You see, this is the same woman they always bring on Radio Biafra. No, to anchor program, which Chinedu or I don't know his name. You see the kind of insulted our leader parents, our leader late parents. He said, who is their father? Who is their father? But this is the same woman. It's Madam Heda. One day, I promise her one day, we are going to bring her picture on the media. Mazi, please, if you want to say anything on it, please say before we move on,
Mazi Ezumezu, please. Yeah. You see that video? That video. I don't want to say anything concerning this issue. You see this issue? The day we will treat this matter, the day we will treat this issue, all I have said is that anybody, knowingly or unknowingly, that have spoke against the Okukano family, you have incurred a generational curse. Some of them talk unguardedly. Mazi, it is not time yet for this. Issue of our leaders' family. When we will come after the people that have said a word against Onyendu family, they will understand. Just like what we are doing today. But what I will say to them, welcome to my word. Continue. Continue. Yawaheshua, all these videos they're showing us when they were caught, his mother was from a distance, James, all of them ran away. I said, and I reiterate again, Okukano family was beyond what we have read in history books. But people will be on their comfort zone. These people, you can't even see their picture, let alone their family. Show us your own family so we know how they are. At least Onyendu came out. The whole inhabitant of Okukano family agreed in one accord to restore Biafra. Because if they don't, I don't think, probably they could have stopped Biafra agitation. They have that power. You wayward idiot. Maz, I don't want to lose my, temper. But let's move forward because, but it's good. It's how, that is why Onyendu now cannot transmit messages to Radio Biafra anymore. Because you know that Radio Biafra has been desecrated. Radio Biafra has been desecrated. Those people anchoring Radio Biafra, I can tell you, it has passed 8 months. I have not tuned Radio Biafra. I'm not hiding it. Because there's nothing to me to listen to. I have not. I don't have the time. I don't. They have desecrated a hallowed platform where we worship, bringing riffraffs and clown. They come there and speak anyhow unguardedly. But they will have their date. You know? Mazi, thank you.
Yeah, Maz, thank you so much, Thank you so much for the day we will see their issue is coming. It's not now. They are not important for now.
No.
I just want to throw it out, how someone will insult our leader-led parents. Who is their father? That tells who is their father, So Mazi, now we're going to pray to
Mazi, she's not the first person. She's not the first person. If Austin Abani will come on Radio Biafra and tell you that Biafra is not a family business, they are the people who and the same thing. These are the people that gave them the mandate to do what they are doing. So these people that are doing it, are we gonna blame them and forget the people that engineered it?
That's exactly. So
let's
Mazi,
move on. Let's move on.
Hello Biafrans. We are going to play a video clip from DOS spokesperson Mazi Chinasa Nworu. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Mazi, I told people that
give him a title.
Yeah. The spokesperson.
Yes, spokesperson. So if he's the DOS spokesperson, what is the more powerful then? No.
I said DOS.
Yeah, but the more powerful is a member of DOS as well. Is our public publicity secretary? Is he part of DOS?
Okay.
Yes, his press release goes fire and does them press release.
Yeah.
So he's part of DOS. He is.
Yeah.
Chinasa is talking crap on his Facebook platform now. My Radio Biafra. Let's move forward and listen to his voice.
Yeah, Mazi, let me say something before we play the voice. When we are fighting with the truth, at the end of the day, you always be vindicated. Chinasa Nworu have proved that what we are saying is the right.
And today,
and today the matter about Madam Nenyanya, our own Okonjo Iweala, honorable woman, the matter have buried. They have
a woman of integrity.
Integrity,
Woman of integrity. That's the word.
Today, all of them have went home with shame. They cannot raise their ugly head. We have defeated them. Maz, let's play that clip, please.
Next is.
Oh, you still have another question. We have to wait on you.
Yes.
Please be fast.
What difference between Neneanya and those they have all this time? That's my last question.
Okay.
So what's the difference
between Neneanya and those that they exact?
Mazi, I want to say something. You see this guy they call Jonathan, yeah? When you have aided and abetted, his conscience, that you see that laugh, you laugh, yeah? That laugh tells you that, because if you go back and listen to what he has said in the past, especially when they had that issue in South Africa, how he was taking sizes. You are a presenter. Maybe somebody need to tell him. But I just want you to pick up that laugh that he laughed before we go forward.
I understood that, yeah. I understood, Banz, yeah.
And those that the leadership has sacked or expelled.
Okay.
Yeah.
Mazi, let me tell you something. In IPOB, we don't believe, one thing is that we don't believe in, just because you accuse somebody, or there is nobody in IPOB, even me, if I do something wrong, do you understand me? I don't know, many of you don't know, I have been suspended in IPOB before. I don't know, many of you don't know this. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu asked Mazi Chike Edozie, I have been suspended in IPOB DOS before by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu through Mazi Chike Edozie. Many of you don't know that. Did anybody hear the voice? There was a reason that Middle East at that time were delaying in limiting their money because they were having challenges of limiting money from the Middle East. Even till today. And Onyendu suspended me. Ask Mazi Chike Edozie. So if me, the people you sack, the person you are calling, forget about assumption.
Mazi, I'm not cutting this off. I don't want us to sell listening to it because there's so many information in this particular audio, right? But listen to me. I want to be breaking it down as we go forward. Yeah. Chinasa Nworu now is educating the caller about how the formation of IPOB work. Yeah. And he is claiming that he was suspended by Mazi Nnamdi Kanu because he's not calling our leader's name properly. Kanu, not Kanu. Nnamdi Kanu, Chinasa Nworu. If you listen to this program, if you want to mention Onyendu's name, call him Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That's the right word to use. Or our spelling is of Chinasa Nworu. Now, Onyendu suspended him through Chinasa. This guy, you know one thing in life, yeah? When you are in this struggle and pure, God will be opening your eyes. You see things. When I told you that Chinasa Nworu hated Onyendu, I wasn't saying it because Onyendu told me or somebody told me. But I have did when I see this guy and the way he speak, disdain he has for our leader's family. But let me show you. Uchenna Asiebu has the audio that he did address the Chike Edozie that he failed in the Middle East. I remember when Madam Nenia, one of the things, Madam Nenia used to come and give updates in the BIAFRA about countries and continental that is not making their payment. He's giving you excuses that they're having difficulties, but people are buying Dubai. I started going to Dubai, I think 2003 or so, or 2002, if I'm not mistaken, or 2001, if I'm not mistaken. Now, people are going to Dubai, they're traveling there, they're doing businesses there. How are they getting their money to Dubai in Arab Emirates, right? Which is, he lives in Kuwait. They're having difficulties. That was what the guy said, that Chinasa Nworu failed woefully. Didn't I tell you before that the last time I checked, Chinasa Nworu was Middle East rep. And after that position, there's no other position that have ascribed to Chinasa Nworu officially in IPOB. He's confessing, because that's why I don't want this audio to just sell through. We don't analyze it. Yeah? I don't want it to sell through. We don't analyze it. Let's go forward.
Onyendu is there. When the time comes, I am not in the financial department, and I'm not believing anything somebody is saying. If Onyendu comes out, there is need, or if Nendayanya poses a danger, people can have their disgrunt against somebody or this thing. That is also, we allow people for you. You may be taking it, sack this person, sack this person. It is the Biafran people. When Onyendu, there are some, put in your mind also, there are some sensitive positions in IPOB. You have to recognize that. You have to recognize that. This is somebody holding the finance of IPOB worldwide. There are something I don't know. I have been in IPOB. They never talk about finance for IPOB before. Even till this time, I don't want to be even involved. So there is nobody is indispensable in IPOB. I can tell you that when Umeh Mazi started, he was the deputy leader. He started, when he started, we are calling him, everybody is drawing his attention. He's getting dagger. George Onibe, they were members of the DOS. They were members of the DOS. So asking this question, Umeh Mazi was the deputy leader. When he we start to see it, we called him. And the day we called him, we asked him questions. He became more arrogant. He feels that nobody can. We asked him, we said, irrespective of anything, we are serving our people. The question starts. When he became arrogant, we said, okay, since you want it, you don't want it this way. The HOD and the deputy HOD, they were assigned to go also and talk to him. When it gets out of line, we told him this is IPOB, it's for our people. You can't destroy what we are doing. Mazi Ikechukwu cannot come out to speak. You go and wear singlet, come inside your car and start talking rubbish. We talk this side, you bounce this side. If you're tired, please. He was asked, return back to your family unit and they continue to pay dues there and go back to your family unit, which he refused.
Sorry, my mic was open. Sorry.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
I know that he's addressing Uchemofo, what happened, but I don't want us to forget that part as we are going, because he's making references of how Uchemofo days and George Onyibe them, how they were. But China Samoro has forgotten things I've said in the past because of this journey we are in now. Yeah. Because I saw him reposted fundraising in Ireland, but he said he's not involved in finance. But he is member of DOS. But he know our lay down rules or when it comes to finance. He's not quoting that. That is why I have a problem with whatever this guy is saying. But this particular confession he's made here is what Biafrans must take in. Because at the end of the day, whatever word he uttered here, he could see where Chinasa, where his anger, disdain about Onyendu came about. He's claiming he's a member of DOS. Have people asked Chinasa Nworu, who made you a member of DOS? And what is your position in member of DOS? When Onyendu had problem, when he came out introduced as a member of DOS, what is your portfolio? If you remember, when Onyendu had problem, this guy started coming on air. He introduced himself as a member of the US. What is your portfolio? Because every single principal officer in IPOB has a portfolio. What is your portfolio? He have not said it for one day. Onyendu was rendition, then he raised his ugly head. There was a previous video he made. He said, don't get involved in finance. You saying you don't get involved in finance, but you accelerate it by you reposting any finance in IPOB, whether it or ESM fundraising or monthly dues that goes forward without Madam Nenyanya is involved, is illegal in IPOB. I just want to clarify it. So the same thing that's applied to Uchemofo when he said DOS. Uchemofo resigned for abundance of doubt. Uchemofo resigned by himself because he want to use Uchemofo as he's talking about Uchemofo, he's actually referring to Chikedoziem now as things stand. Uchemofo resigned by himself. Whatever happened, I don't know. But we know now that there's a lot of things going behind the scene within them, because when he was there, none of them, they all was against Uchemofo, because Uchemofo stand in the side of our leader. I can categorically tell you this here on air. If Mazi Uchemofo was by the side of Onyendu couldn't have met IPOB when he came out 2017. This thing they're doing now, it could have been done smoothly then, because then IPOB was underdogs, right? So I don't want the program to go away. We don't talk about it, but you could see the way you're talking about Uchemofo. DOS made decision. It's not your decision. Uchemofo resigned from IPOB officially. It was not expelled by Mazi Ikechukwu. It was after he resigned. The memo came out from a dossier which our leader will approve. It is not your decision. That's one thing I want to clarify here before we move forward.
You people knew what happened. So if Uchemofo is indispensable, then who else can you say the people in the DOS don't play with them? You don't.
Okay, now listen. You see this guy? That's what I told you. Chinasa Nworu is very dangerous. People in DOS. Who are those in DOS? If Uchemofo is indispensable, Uchemofo was your boss. Think about it. He talks too much. Just like when he make a reference, oh, go to IPOB code of conduct, he says it there. What is not there, Chikedozie take over. The guy think we are living in a very clown world. This guy probably left Nigeria, went to South, live in Kuwait for his life. He have not really gone anywhere. Thank God social media comes in. So now he said, people, who are these people in DOS? You and Chikedozie, are you the one that are going to make the decision? You see what he's telling us? Are you the one that made the decision of which one for going? Where you are disobeying Mazi Nnamdi, can you china someone? So that is the point. It is a double standard, Mazi. So he's saying that the people that in the US, all they want to do they want to post themselves. When he requested the Mazi current account take over as the leader, Mazi current account decline. Before the call Nero Febuna projected to them to Simon and Ekpa to take over. That is where they all hell let loose. Because all of them were in the same team. The word he's saying now here, you see how he's bragging those in DOS. And he asks, who are these people he's making references to? Is it himself? Is it Mazi Ikechukwu? Is it Nzulumike? Nzulumike, you know that Nzulumike, we will talk about Nzulumike here. On the end of this program, I want you to play his voice before we make a reference of Nzulumike, the issue of this Madam Nenianya. Mazi, you see that particular audio of that guy? Well, I want you to, it doesn't matter if it's 13 minutes, we'll give it, let him play. Whatever, we will have another 13 minutes to treat Nzulumike issue. And what transpired in our head office in Germany. Tony Nzulumike himself is the Deputy Director of State, right? And the head of CRC. But the guy does nothing. So we want to listen to China Sanwo because now you're making open confession. None of them have anything to do with our money, including Chikedozie. Chikedozie have no business approving IPOB fund. But we'll go on.
Know the caliber of people in DOS. You may see them, but when they come on table to handle an issue, come and see people analyzing and critically put.
This is dumb. Clown. You see how he's now making mockery of what he have just said. These people this is a childish talk. He don't even know what he's saying. He don't know. You are bluntly refusing your general's order. And who are these people making? The question to China Sanwo, who are these people in DOS? Can we know their name? And what is your portfolio in DOS, China Sanwo? He failed. He just said it here. He was Onyendu suspended you from being the so-called Middle East continental rep. That is where you hit Mazi Nnamdi. Let's go forward. Because all these things are fallacy.
Things in order. People thought this is Igbo Union. Some of them are when if they bring in DOS, you will never have one idea to contribute. You don't know what is happening. You don't know. People think is this a Chuponya, Papatonya? No. IPOB DOS is rooted. As every member have, unless those who are not rooted in what we are doing. Of course, there are observers. There are people rooted. But before we come to that conclusion, but what I'm asking you, my brother, is this. Let us also respect those who are working for us. I'm telling you the fact. Irrespective of anything, there is one behavior Igbo people have. Those who serve them, they drag them on the floor for no reason. I'm telling you the truth. I'm telling you the truth. We must learn to respect people. For you may not respect me, I don't care, because but what I'm telling you, irrespective of anything, respect some people. Don't follow people to make accusations. Do you know why if DOS you know why when DOS shot at you, they will get you? It's because they have every information in their disposal. They have them. Some things, there are things people used to do. We look at them, we laugh. The people who go to kill Ram, on behalf of IPOB. When we take it as a destiny, we even see the man who killed chicken for IPOB members to die, asking questions. He talk how much they paid him. Some of them who killed chicken in Aba, that Chinas and Wall Chicken dozen will die by December. Some of them have died already. Sir.
You see the kind of talk that you see, yeah. Problem with this guy for me, this guy is a mediocre, and he's still living in denial. The guy is not, for me personally, because somebody start talking already, things you're saying doesn't add up. Now, people that kill chicken, people that kill this kind of things is something that, this is manipulative words. Try to remain relevant. But he has made that confession. That is the question we are asking. Chinasa Nworu remain the head of the agent of provocateur because he is the one engineering all this evil thing because the guy is not visible. That's number one. One or two people might know him. Like I said all the time, I don't want to know who he is. But now, like I said in the numerous program we've done, this guy with a pathological hatred for our leader. Now you can see where he generated it from because he was suspended and his name was never mentioned on Radio Biafra on any portfolio. I remember the first time he came out on radio. What he said he is a member of DOS. Now, what is Chinasa Nworu's portfolio? Nobody have tell us. Now he turned himself as the chief commander, commanding who? So what he has just said here now has confirmed everything we have said in the past. Now, Madam Nyanya remain the IPOB head of finance, which will play Mazi Onyendu use his mouth and say it. Any account in our code of conduct is there. They all know this. So Chinasa Nworu knew all these things. But you guys you don't get involved in finance, but they give you money. And is it not shenanigan? Chikedoziem will order somebody to pay money into your account direct to the zoo. Then you don't ask question. How is this money now being transmitted without our head of finance is not aware of it? If you're not part of the cabal. We are not kids here. And all this rubbish about those are in DOS, they have this, that. My brother, we know how many people in DOS. You can be talking to people that are outside there, not people like us. Because we know how many, the DOS you're mentioning today, how many are you in DOS? That's people Mazi Nankan appointed. How many are you? That we don't know. And you are not one of them. So far as I leave, you are not part of DOS until you told us what is your portfolio. Because whatever you're saying right now is hearsay for me. It doesn't add up. He just confessed on this particular broadcast. This guy that called you now exposed you, just like they have exposed you guys on the past. If somebody didn't, that audio we played, it was someone that called asking question. That's why you guys, Chikedozen cannot come and put in a spot and ask question. Onyendu was doing Q&A. You now, you think your brain is coming back, or when people call, anybody ask question, oh, it's autopilot. People cannot ask critical question. Now you generate them. They are not autopilot. They are disgruntled IPOB member, courtesy of the fair leadership of Mazi Ikechukwu. Because if you guys were not doing what you're doing, people won't start asking questions. Onyendu have sent a message directly to somebody to be suspended in Germany and have an interim coordinator. It has not been done. But he wrote a memo about Biafra land that you think is okay for you to still remain relevant. And I think people like us will absorb it. It's not going to happen. So Mazi, it's very important to people to highlight Chikedo, this guy called Chinasa Nworu. Like I said, the ones that talked, this is they are the ones that always expose whatever they plan. Madam Nyanya remain rock of ages. They can't do anything because her hands are clean. She's doing the job Onyendu have put in her to do. Do the one Onyendu asks you to do. Chikedoziem, deliver the message Onyendu have told you. If you are doing it, you won't have problem. Madam Nyanya, which you say with your mouth that Madam Nyanya, the problem was there before Madam Nyanya, before Onyendu was renation. And I remember Madam Nyanya said, even Nelly Ofebu have written 2 apology letter to Madam Nyanya, instructed by our leader. Which even Madam Nyanya didn't even know who she was. But because they know she was the obstacle. You see, 2015, Uchimofo was the obstacle. Now, Madam Nyanya is the obstacle. So they think that they muscled Madam Nyanya because they started it with expelling people every week. She will come on air. We expel people. But before people will know it, it's an agenda. Divert attention. Autopilot. But again about the king of autopilot, because if you're not Chikerism, what is holding you for Onyendu order to be implemented? Chinedu Collins in Germany is an expelled from IPOB, suspended by Onyendu. That is what make Onyendu easy. Onyendu shut UK down. Stupid Albani was there. He can't do nothing. If Onyendu is outside, will you Chikerism open your gutter to talk? What the heck do you think you are? I was in a meeting. That meeting, the same thing what people are doing, he did. We started having meeting in UK since 2017. You guys couldn't deliver nada. Because Uchimofo was here then. He have got no power to do nothing. Till Onyendu came out. Now, Onyendu is incarcerated. Onyendu came to UK and suspended UK. Onyendu told Albani to convey meeting. In that meeting, Albani was talking. Albani knows who Onyendu is. You guys are acting like as you don't know who Onyendu is. Or because you're taking a shot at him because you think he won't come out from prison. We are not stupid. China Sanwo is ranting his mouth. China Sanwo, when did Onyendu mention your name on Radio Biafra at the CSO of ESN? When was it? Was your name mentioned as one of the even the emissaries? Not. The answer is no. So where comes now you claiming what you are not? Who gave you that position? This is a gang of criminals. That's all I have to say. Until you guys respect our leader, one respect. You see what happened now in Biafra land 2 days ago? I've shown you guys have lost your voice. If it wasn't for Balestina Emeka, by now, people will be sitting at home. Because Monday sit at home continued. You guys lost the Monday sit at home. It was you people that caused it. Forget about our people who are voluntarily sitting at home. Yeah, but I start questioning you guys because he didn't do what he asked you to do. That spirit have left you guys, and now people are rebelling against you people. For your information, sit at home is not by anybody, but that is the spirit of rebellion because you guys rebel against Onyendu. That was the punishment. And it's still unabated. Onyendu asked you guys 18 hours to suspend sit at home. He went ahead. That because Onyendu didn't give you the reason why. You have seen the reason why. What you going to do about it then? If you have the balls, stop what is happening in Biafra land, but none of you do. So that's where we have a problem. Chinasanwo is a charlatan. We can see he's confessing openly, and they will continue to do so because their hands are soiled. They are blackmail people, and they still continue doing it. Mazi, let's finish listening to the video.
Yeah. I think.
My brother, let us respect people who are leading until they do something that requires you to sack them or to do, but do not believe in hearsay. That is all I can tell you.
That is the word Mazi said. Respect people that serve you, but he's not respecting people that's serving, which is her superior, which is Madam Nyanya is her superior, but he's not respecting her. Because if he do, he won't come out and support what they are doing. Go on, Mazi.
Yeah, Mazi. You know, this video clip, there's a lot in this video clip. You know, so let me say something. Let me use a minute to say something before we learn it. We allow you to learn again and go to the next program. Mazi, you see this video, no? You told us that before Chikedoziemu will expel or suspend and hierarchy IPOB officer, it must come from Onyendu. It's what he told us. He told us this, and today, Chinasanwo said that Onyendu suspended him through Mazi Chikedoziemu. That if Onyendu did not give Chikedoziemu the authority, Chikedoziemu cannot suspend him. Mazi, I don't know if you are getting my point.
Yeah, Mazi, yeah.
You know, so this one, and again, he said that it's an accusation that IPOB don't work on accusation. They cannot start accuse somebody. And he said again that we should respect people that are working for us. And he said again that now, until Onyendi come out, if Onyendi find anything, Onyendi have to, that means Onyendi is the only one that have the authority to do anything. So that bellies all those IPOB, the Child Media Warriors, and the Kabal boys about Madam Nenya issue. That issue have been buried and sailed. They can't raise their ugly head because their spokesperson have told them, I've given them, I responded to them because they went on Little Biafra demanding Madam Nenya expel. Now, their leader, one of their leader in Kabal, I've given them answer. So that matter have sailed and buried. They can't raise their ugly head against Madam Nenya anymore. So,
well, this video will continue to play it anytime we come on air. But the thing is, is that is where I have a problem. This guy they call Chinasa Nworu, if he's visible, all the things I've said here, he has not applied any of them, but he knows this truth. But because he's been put under a spot, he have to confess. Confession. They're sitting in our hallowed platform, so sometimes they will speak without knowing they are doing public confession. So he confessed on this particular audio. But what you were asking Chinasa Nworu, he knew all this. So when was the last time he defended Madam Nenya on your own, knowing the truth? How while all these things has been going on, when was the last first? Have you had Chinasa Nworu come out and said, "Yo, stop attacking Madam Nenya," or telling Chinasa Nworu, "Oh, we shouldn't be touching fund because fund is only Madam Nenya will deal with it"? When people tell you, "Oh, HND, Chikedozem have not accounted to the money Madam Nenya has given to him," is on record, and he can. If he's lying, let him come and deny it, and Madam Nenya will bring the proof. Chikedozem, all the money you have collected from Madam Nenya, you cannot prove what he did with the money. It's on record. Because when they're talking, they talk unguardedly. So him, Chinasa Nworu now, coming out to admit on all these facts, what has he done when he know all this truth? To show you that he is the king of the agent of provocateur. That is his word, that he used to get away with all the evil they are doing. Yeah. I don't have any personal issue with anybody. The only issue I have is when you know the truth and you sit on it. Madam Nenya have not done anything to anybody. She's doing the work Oyendu have ascribed her to do for IPOB, and which have not done any wrong, only following the instruction of our leader. Because if Chikedozem is doing exactly what she's doing, we won't have this argument in Biafra land, questioning who gives order or who didn't give order. Onyendu won't be sending order now through an legal personnel to send a message for IPOB. Why do we have structure? That's what I be telling people. He defending structure that don't respect the head of the structure. There's no structure. And it has been proven now. Because for the mere fact Chikedozem have answered to Barrister Nemeka message, he goes on. Mazi. He goes on. Because Onyendu can instruct them anything tomorrow. And Biafra will believe it's true. Do you understand what I'm saying now? No. Anything that comes from them, Chikedozem cannot defeat it because it doesn't have that power anymore. He lost it when he started not to implement Onyendu's order. Because we are watching. We gave them time. We told them, we warned them. They were deaf ears because they held bent, thinking that Mazi Ikechukwu will die in Kujo prison. But we'll be tired, all of them, that there's a day for every single one of them, Mazi.
Yeah. So, Mazi, before we are right to play this video, Mazi, remember our last program, we defended an DOS member, European lab, Mazi Temile. You remember? We defended him because we believe in Biafra. We believe, we don't care about you and an Igbo, you and Igbo Biafra, Ijo Biafra, Isoko Biafra. No. Once you are IPOB member, and if anything that you are doing is right, we support you. But if people go against you, to castigate you, just because they have their cabal that tell them to go and do this and they went. No, it doesn't work in that way in IPOB. We are here to defend it and say the way it is. We defend this, our brother. And today I'm happy. One of the media warrior came out, also took in our part a little. But I will be happy if we can play that video so people will also listen from that guy. The angle is coming from. Mazi. So
go on.
Yeah, it will be nice so people will see here.
Do you have the video?
Yeah, I have the video. Yeah, I think I have the video. Can you let the video? No, I'm looking.
Undiluted as only wanted. Because
No. It's not this. Well, I think I had that video, but I didn't upload it though, to be honest.
Okay, yeah. No. I play, yeah.
If you have it, play from there.
Yeah. So you can see
position in IPOB powerhouse, in IPOB leadership. These are the engines. You said you are protecting DOS, but you are still attacking DOS member. Is that not foolishness? Most of you who are saying BIPOB, you don't act anything, na foolishness. They don't use your brain. They don't use them. They don't use your boxer or your pants. They don't use them already. Terry name is IPOB is part of IPOB leadership. The people who are causing this problem, that seems that they want it to seem, look as if there's problem in IPOB leadership, are those useless so-called a flavor who don't know what they do, when they call themselves media warrior. They just won't talk, but they don't know when to speak and when to keep quiet. We have leadership. Chike doesn't no be dummy.
Mazi,
stop it.
Mazi, 1 second.
Huh?
1 second. 1 second. 1 second. Okay, that's fine.
Holding a sacred position in IPOB powerhouse, in IPOB leadership. These are the engines. You said you are protecting DOS, but you are still attacking DOS member. Is that not foolishness? Most of you who are saying IPOB, you don't act anything, na foolishness. They don't use your brain. They don't use that. They don't use your boxer or your pants. They don't use them already. Terry name is IPOB is part of IPOB leadership. The people who are causing this problem, that seems that they want it to seem, look as if there's problem in IPOB leadership, are those useless so-called a flavor who don't know what they do, when they call themselves media warrior. They just won't talk, but they don't know when to speak and when to keep quiet.
We have leadership. Chike doesn't know be dummy. Chike doesn't know be dump. He no dump. Chike doesn't know be tata. No be best way that they took food for his mouth. If Tari Nemi go against the leadership or the stand of this movement, Chike doesn't know what to do. Who are you to attack Tari Nemi? I go just look all of Nana. Any small thing, oh, because of saying a coastal Nabi, or you see what some of those autopilots they talk. They say because of saying a coastal Nabi. Now they get respect, Abi. Ogun will kill all of na kill na family one after the other. IPOB has leadership. If they think Secretary they know they do the right thing, they will do the needful to run. Until they, you know, I mean, nobody, none of you will ever come to my. Do you think I'm as useless as you are? If they just talking about somebody, because just start to attack the person. At the end of the day, now you will apologize like God, wish when they pursue come out for village, you go they start to apologize, like say they swear give you. I say they swear give you. If there is a need, on the leadership said otherwise, why should you attack a member of the US? The knew he was sharing his opinion as a member of the US. Oh, do you think in the US, one person could just talk, everybody could just answer, or everybody could just obey? Then what is the meaning of leadership? What is the meaning of the US? Everybody will bring different opinion. You will argue, but at the end of the day, the unity and the progress of the family remains paramount. You will argue, you will disagree, you will even fight in a meeting. You will fight.
Yeah, Mazi.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know, the reason why this video, I bring this video up is that, you know, an injustice is an injustice. Even I don't know you are the The very day this guy did this program, I called him on this program. I tell him, now you are talking. Where are you? I said, I told him that Madame Nyanya has been attacked for months, but he did not say anything. Yeah, I told him on the program. But I'm happy he accepted what I said. No, now what he's saying is right. Why must they be attacking an ADOS member? The same thing they did to Madame Nyanya is the same thing they did to our African rep. And timing, you know, is a member, a just member that have worked on that ground, have put something in place in Bayelsa. Why must you attack a US member? Because when somebody is against the cabal will reach their cabal boys and the media, the child card media warriors to attack a US member. Now what's happening? Now it's two people they have attacked. They have attacked Madame Nyanya. Now they have attacked our European rep.
African rep.
But I thank God that there is some people that are feeling what we are saying. And believe me, a lot of people are afraid. If just because our European rep is from his own coastal region, he now came up say, no, I have to speak now. But African
rep.
Yeah, African rep. Yes. We don't operate like that in IPOB. And an injury for one is an injury for all. Once what is good is good and what is bad is bad. So, Mazi, if there's anything you want to say about this, please Say,
Well, I can only add to what you just said, Mazi. That is like that's what is good to goose is good to gander as well. And injustice for one is for all. In IPOB, we don't have boundaries. That's why when I see people when do kicked against anything, tagging IPOB as an Igbo struggle. Tell me, is an German. And don't forget, Franco Pigo was the one that suggested to Ojukwu that our real name is Biafra because of Bite of Biafra. That's why we took up that name when they initially to declare Biafra in 1967. So it's dumb noble, but it's good as he called him and put it to him. It is not because we can't section ourselves. I don't see him differently. They are the one that are giving themselves the name Costa. For me, I don't need to see it. I believe that all of us are Biafrans, but just to identify where the person is coming from, Biafra land, instead of using the word Costa, using the word a German, a Fik man, a Bibio man, we know who you are. You know what I mean? So we don't need to, because the coastal region, it is not who you are. There's no one be a coastal, for me personally. Just like when he say a Niger Delta. We need to have explain it to them. The Niger Delta means we are, when sea and river and ocean, yeah, they don't meet together. So the dot they left, that bank is where they call, Delta. Is in America. So how would you answer that kind of a name? I wanted to have given this teaching for over the years. That's why I say some people go to school, but everything they learn, they don't assimilate it. And when you start feeling inferior of who you are, so what I'm saying to say to my brother, if you ever come across this program, stop addressing yourself as a coaster, because you're not a coaster. Because at the end of the day, we are Biafrans. It's better you said it from a job. From Ibibio, like our leader said, when Biafra is left, all the clan will answer, will speak their own dialect in their own parliament, because we're going to have what they call, what they have in United Kingdom, but our own is going to be more civil. That every clan will have their own identity. Your constitution will be written in your own tongue, so no one is going to come and tell you what to do. People have to agree. We don't use the word autonomous at the end of the day, so it's very important. When it's happening to Madam Nenianya, all of you turn a blind eye. Now, I think Atemi is your brother. It's not your brother, it's a Biafran. All of us are the same. And
He's
that's
our
why
brother. We are one.
People like us, we defend him. I know when Temi was observing this struggle in 2017, where Russell Blue Jack went to kneel down for Onyendu, at the end of the day, he fell that year because he joined Soldiers of Justice in 2017. He failed. He followed them. But Temi is standing alone. Because anybody that is now talking, pinpointing what is happening within Chikedozium gang is literally you standing alone. You are standing alone because at the end of the day, you're not in the class as autopilots or because they're using that, tagging that on people, because that's exactly what they are doing. But in theory, indirectly, they're trying to divert your attention that we will have people, infiltrators. You see these days, all this infiltrator and autopilot word has gone down on the folding. After Chikedozium have refused to honor Mazi, our barrister, Special Counsel Ejimakor's message, now honored junior barrister's message on audio. So are you actually thinking? So how do we digest those two messages? And now, when he's found all these facts, how do you deal with it? So there's something happening. So at the end of the day, anybody that found the truth, is IPOB was built on the foundation of facts and truth and light. And when we shift from there, that means there's no need for me to come here and sit down and talking. I'm still coming out because I stand on that truth. I'm assured of myself. I don't know about you. It's not up to you. You decision you want to make. But personally, I've taken a stand, and that's where I stand. And our leader have now verified that what we are doing is legitimate. Because Onyendu have lost confidence in Chikedozium. If not, why would he making messages public? Why? Chikedozium does not respect Onyendu. He does not implement his words. And this is argument we put out for a long time. A lot of people saying, but allow them is DOS. When they talk about DOS, ask you, who is this DOS you're talking about? I'm inside in IPOB. So I can tell you how many number of people that are in DOS. And people that are Kaba in DOS. I know them by their names. They're not hidden. So what's the big deal? They're not kids here. So what I'm saying in a nutshell, Mazi, because this program, I think we'll wrap it up. Probably will come in a midweek, then to deal with other things. But one thing people must take in is that, like you said, injustice for one is for all, and we must stand up for what we believe. I don't know why you join IPOB. I don't know what you want. Do you want Biafra, or do you want to be a mediocre, or do you want to play game, or do you want to replicate where we are coming from? If you're standing on the side of the truth that Biafra is a lie, then now is the time to fight. Because if from every ramification, we can see that Chike Doziem have left. Chike Doziem have changed from whom he was when Onyendu was outside and become something else. If not, why would Onyendu be passing message through our barristers now to put the message now public? Just like Ejimako said, Onyendu requested he make it public. That has been dispute within the message he sent out through another barrister and to Chike Doziem, which he has not adhered to. Like I said, I am privileged to have like about 5 straight instruction from Onyendu that Chike Doziem have flattered. I am George is aware in UK here. I'm not talking about where I'm not. I said in United Kingdom. Let him come and defeat it, and I'll give it to him open. This is not hidden, with evidence of it. You know. So yeah, Mazi, it's very important. It's not Temi, when we find Temi, even when you write up something, I repost it. When they put up the first flyer, I never shared it. I sent my own the way it. But the second one, I think it's from his post that I screenshot it, then I reposted it. So that is how it is, Mazi.
Yeah. So Maz, I think we have spent almost 3 hours now.
It's fine. Yeah. So,
I think the issue of today's Wumike, we should be handled in our next program. The reason why he hate Madame Nyanya to bone allow, because of what happened in our head office in Germany. No, we're going to go into it.
We will treat it in the next program. That's fine. That's fine.
So I think let's handle this last one, then we call it a day. To just and also, Maz, I think this man, the interim national coordinator in Germany, Abraham, I think it's time he take this job, because Onyendu words is a law. Whether Chike doesn't announce it or not, he must resume his duty. He must resume his duty.
Chike doesn't approval is quite irrelevant anymore. Because he's lost that mantra. At least we can see it now from what the lawyer just sent a voice note. Now it has to come from the voice note. Yeah. So he lost legitimacy. What is it? Chinedu Collins? The guy has been removed. Onyendu doesn't. I said, like, our leader don't repeat words. Almighty United Kingdom was abolished and suspended. Who the heck is the guy? Where was Chike Doziem? Where was House Naba? And he was in the meeting. They can't cough. Where are they? So they should not disrespect or disobey our leader. Because Amadio will visit all of them one after another. The guy, what is he called his name? Abraham should assume his position and take over and do his job. It's simple as that. That is order from our leader. They have confirmed it now, because if they said that somebody will not give order, but now they wrote a memo on Barrister Nemeka. So which way do we go, Mazi? You know, when you start losing it, you wouldn't know, because lie, every single lie you put out, you required 100 to cover it up. Servitude, once they started blackmailing people, that's why you see all these riffraff now. They're commanding them, telling them what to do, because you have used the one word or the other to go and blackmail people. They have one thing against you. They will come out as we're talking today. I don't have anything about, because all of them know they wouldn't be called me. They know. They all the time they building that Kaba United Kingdom. George Umeh was no last man. None of them, they will call my phone. They won't try that nonsense, because I will put you where you belong. When I spoke to Isaiah Oba, I know what I told him, I know what he told me. And I told him straight. I know what he said. Because I called him when they made that conference call, my number was there. And I went back to him. I asked him, I know what he said. Because if he start ranting, I will tell him. It's entirely up to him because I don't gossip. I don't forget things. It doesn't matter what he said to me. It doesn't matter. I don't need to go back. Once I start talking, I'll remember them. I remember what Isaiah Oba told me when I asked him. I even told him, I said, what is going on in the United Kingdom? What are you guys doing about it? I remember what he told me. And that is when I know that this man, they cannot be savaged. They are just there. They're none of them. They don't really care. You know. So, but I don't want to dive into that tonight, Mazi. Like you said, Mazi Abraham, you need to wake up and take your position because Onyendu have pronounced this is not, it is written. You know, Chikerism has lost that power. He has got nothing anymore because Onyendu have transmit messages. He doesn't respond to it. As we can see now, it's in the public domain. As we are questioning what is happening in Biafra land, and we need to know that, you know, you see the vacuum is nature. It harbors. So when you left that vacuum, the more the vacuum you left, so someone is covering that vacuum. That's why some of people are falling in the wrong hand. And you can't blame them, they are disgruntled. Because who you're looking up to is not there to guide you. Chikedozium, how long did he hear him come and speak? Because he can't speak anymore. The days he is expelling people from Referral Center, I think he have achieved his cabal and amount of money they are getting. That's why I don't see him on Radio Biafra. Or now you know that he can't come and talk rubbish and get away with it. Because you know people like us will come out and deal with it. It's not something hiding. It's not a few days anymore for them, no more. They can't talk anyhow and get away with it. We are not autopilot. We are not here for saga. And autopilot is a word they are implementing. That is how it is to me. There's no other autopilot than Mazi Ikechukwu and his gang. Because if not, why is he now implementing what Nemeka said and now ignored a special counsel internationally in that matter? Message to him. You know there's something wrong somewhere, Maz. Let us not play ourselves here. So, Maz, yeah, I think it's fine. We need to wrap it up. Is there another thing we want to deal with? You deal with it and move on, please.
Yeah. So, Maz, the main one clip. I think we don't need to play the clip. We just need to show it, and pull it down. I think, Maz, for me, I believe that any person can cut our video to make his program. We don't have problem with that. You know. But by the time you attach our video with someone, this is what we don't like. This is my stand. This is what we don't like. You can cut our video, even though that person is saying what we are saying is the truth, but we don't like to associate or attach our video. But Maz, believe me, I don't know if I can get a lot of message and call. I don't know how many we will get. People are calling me, say we should go to the other side. No, I said no. Mazi, let me show. Can show the message first.
No,
put the message up.
I have. You know me. People don't have my number. So even when me and Mazi was doing program, my number has not been. And in here, people won't call me because they know my stand already. I have somebody that's a particular person that sent me a message like looks like that, but they know my stand, and I'm not that kind of person we send no kind of messages to. You know. No, I don't believe in another thing that Mazi Nandekano.
Yeah, man, they call me on this Facebook Messenger a lot. I even send messages that we should come to the other side. You know,
which side? Which side is that?
That boy in Finland, you know, that will come and join him. The guy is saying, you know, no, we are. Believe me. So we are not against anybody who want to use our video to do anything. But please don't attach our video. No, let me bring it up. So this person in question, please, next time we are begging, you know we don't have control over it. But please don't attach our video. So
it's fine, Mazi. Where we as we have just said, it is fine. Yeah, it's fine. So,
and again, AGO4 has been breaking the code of conduct of.
Yeah, take it out, mate. Yeah, sir. Fine, just take it out. Take it out.
So please, this person, please don't attach our video. Please, I'm begging. You know, you can cut our video but don't attach our video with picture. Well, outside, please. We are IPOB. We are here to defend our leaders' culture, defend IPOB code of conduct, defend our leaders' order. Our leaders' order must implement. We are not here for saga. Please, in case of anybody who want to cut our video to do anything, please don't attach our picture with the other side, please.
There were Mazi. Like what he said, we don't have control over our videos, but it's very imperative that people respect our own privacy. We are not reporting anybody, but the fact is that the message must get to those that requires it. What we do here is not prejudice. I always reiterate, you know what I mean? And it's a message of life. Anybody can absorb it, anybody can receive it and digest it. And truth is the only thing that is constant in life. It doesn't matter how you turn it upside down, because go up and down, it still remains where it is. That's why our leader is exceptional, you know, and that's the path we have chosen. You know, like people are saying, protect leadership. You know, which leadership is that? That is beyond our leader. So that is where our stand is, and that is why we come here. And for those who don't know, we are not here for saga. That is why when we came out, we always pull their own words. We have our own word, but we're keeping it for the rainy days, because we want them to raise their ugly head. We've thrown a challenge for them. If anything is in our code of conduct gave me right to question anything that's inappropriate within IPOB, any criminality, because anybody raising fund under the umbrella of IPOB, including Chike Doziem, without Madam Nenyanya being involved, is illegal. Says in our code of conduct. That's why I told you Chidan Sanwo-Olu is a mediocre. I think we are living in the ages of people don't know what is happening. You don't quote things you're not sure of. You don't say things you're not sure of. Especially when you're on the social media. You can't come out and be ranting and yapping. You must be specific. Your references must be verified. Everything you say must be. That's why we come here, we prove everything. We don't just walk out and start talking crap. We sit down here to deal justice to realities based on the structure of IPOB. Because men has given their lives. And Onyendu have forfeited everything in life. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I don't know how to say it, but that's the part he chooses. He said if it's not for Chukwu Okike Abiyama, that he won't speak to any of us. And I see the reason why. And he cried, Mazi, that video, Onyendu cried, he lamented, let the real man, forget about sentiment. Or Chike Doziem is from my side. And we read IPOB. Chike Doziem cannot read IPOB. What is he going to read? Is he going to read rat? IPOB is BIAFRA struggle is not for children. It's a mandate from heaven. We are fighting the forces of the earth. So for some of you don't understand, I think this is about gathering and raising money and fund, and defending our land is paramount. But we must do it with our clear eyes and a divine direction, as Onyendu have instructed, not with your own, evil mind or innuendo. You don't even understand what you're doing. But like I said, Mazi Chike Doziem, the time is still there for you to make an amendment. Issue of orders from Onyendu, you have got no choice. Your job is to transmit it and implement it without wasting time. But as long as you sit on Onyendu's order, my brother, you have sowed a decoy. And it will haunt you. Within you, you are not peaceful. I'm looking at, even when you talk, I told people, I observed everything that happened in this. Within IPOB, I observe everybody. When you have not compromised based on disobeying Onyendu, when you speak boldly, and your hearts are clean, and you don't take time. 30 minutes, you deliver your message, you walk away. But when you join and start building up this cabal, that Austin Alban dragged you in, and all these riffraffs, allow yourself to be manipulated. My brother, you are doomed. And if you guys don't retrace your step, you see, I can always make reference. Remember, Umeh 2015-16, they done something visible. Visible, we can remember. Pressure, we can remember. No one knows about it. But Anytime you guys send ESN to do anywhere in social media, they're telling them they're traveling to Enugu. If it's true, you guys send anybody anywhere. Our question to you, which way are we going? Are we still fighting to restore Biafra? Or you guys have turned what we are doing into shenanigan? Or now, is it money-making machine? Some of you have sat down, because I heard that tomb that lives in Poland telling people to pay money to coordinator. Onye Ndu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu say coordinators has got no business with our money. Coordinator, be national, be zonal. You have got nothing. You can monitor. Like in my zone, the reason why I was involved is because we don't have a designated account. And they make it as a policy. The money goes to one individual account. People will have a forum that will be accounted for. But that money, I will be the one to send it. If you demand for my account, I will give it from the day I open the account. I don't hide nothing. I pay my own dues or anything I paid to the account, even though I'm the one that's going to send it. And they have to do is at the end of the day, we audit it now, we send it back with our spreadsheet. Now, everybody will copy in the email. This is official. It's not child. This record is there for himself. So there's no wishy-washy thing going on when it comes to finance. I don't touch IPOB fund. I have given you the reason, and I have a reason for it. But for you to now bluntedly override Madam Nenianya, I'm doing it. And Madam Nenianya was aware of what we are doing, because she will go into financial meetings. She's aware. But the day Chikedozium now, even introducing Austin Alban is be the one when he want to raise fund, they call him as what? Austin Alban as what? So all these things you people done, you guys, all these things is what is giving us problem today. That's why people now are taking advantage. And those disgruntled IPOB member, you branded autopilot, whereas you are the one now piloting and implementing it. Because then themselves are confused people. So they're looking for custom. Whenever they fell, you drove them there because that's where I wish. That's what you guys wanted. But it's distracting the main IPOB member. If you got your 7 senses right, you know that Chikedozium have soiled his hand, because what have just transpired between the two lawyers will tell you that this guy has got no interest of anyone, including Onyendu himself. You cannot judge one-sidedly as a leader. And he cannot pick and choose when you pick up Onyendu's messages, because you cannot go to DSS Dungeon and ask him. And when we start doing that, that is where we will not allow you. Mazi, I thank you for hosting me once again. And fellow Biafran,
Mazi, please be good, please. What will be your message to our brethren, our brothers in Biafra land, and those guys that are killing, our people? What will be your message to them? So I think that will be your departure message, please.
Thank you very much. One thing I will say is this: it's very simple. Onyendu said, "I want Biafra land to be peaceful." He said, "That is why I'm here." Remember, if you are a member of IPOB under oath, one thing you must remember: Onyendu's order, Onyendu's word is golden. Now, you are those kind of people that love Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, supporting what we are doing, but you're not part of IPOB, and you want to do something to help our leader. Maybe if you're part of these people, know that you're not helping it. Because Onyendu have said he want Biafra land to be peaceful. And we want Biafra land to remain peaceful. He said, that is why I'm here. I said it over time. If Onyendu want to cash out tonight, and you will see rain in Biafra land, all of you will run away. Because we're not prepared to carry arms to fight. You can't fight Alpha Jet gunship with AK-47. It's impossible. I've witnessed war in this recent time. That's limited who go with AK-47, even with RPG. Right? So people must understand that we must prepare mentally, physically before facing something. We can't destroy our own land. Our people have been oppressed and deprived. Our work was to come to restore peace and hope for our people. Any man or woman that is being in part of this thing going on, we know. That's why we lay to bear here how we started. And it's the job of those that allow this to start. How are they going to make amend? Which message do they want to start sending? Because if they are part of people going, pointing hand and calling people's name, it ain't going to solve the problem. You made a mistake. You need to now identify where you have gone wrong. How do we resolve it? I will use myself as an example. If Chike doesn't call my name on Radio Biafra because somebody told him to call because they don't like George, Chike doesn't do it. What do you think they would do to somebody that was ESM member? Maybe they hadn't talked to somebody they wanted to talk to. What do you think they would do to him? We must know where this problem started, where it emanated from. And people think differently. But all I have to tell my comrades, please, listen to Onyendu. Onyendu said, Mazi, I think closing the video, he played that message again for them. What did I say? You want Biafra land to be peaceful. For the first time he spoke in court for 20 seconds. That was his request. Remember Onyendu. Mazi Nnamdi is not in DSS dungeon because he wished to be there. That is a burden that I've given to him by Ikechukwu Ezumezu. He is the one that kept him there, not me and you. And because of the love he had for us, that love he transcended. So all of us must respect it. His word is golden. Onyendu word cannot be questioned. I don't care. Like I said, if you're a member of IPOB, your oath taking, the code of conduct, no name that mentioned the name. So the allegiance goes to that name. Regardless of who you are, you might be, and there's no position again in IPOB. Everything in IPOB is temporary. Another thing there, only person that have is not permanent until Biafra is restored is Mazi Nnamdi. His position is not been questioned, and it cannot. So Mazi, I rest my case by everybody listening to Onyendu. Let Biafra land be peaceful, and that is why our leader is still in the SS dungeon. Mazi, there. Well, thank you.
Yeah, thank you, Mazi.
Dalo.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you, Mazi. No,
okay. Bless you, Mazi. Dalo.
Yeah. Yeah. Hello, wonderful people of Biafra. No, thank you today for joining us on this special edition. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Please share this video and let it go viral. On this program, critical analysis, we say the way it is. We are not against the leadership, but we are asking them to do what is right. Only two things we are asking them to do. Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu, implement our leader's message. Respect the code of conduct. This is two things we are asking. Our leader's message must implement. Code of conduct must be respected. Onyendu say that IPOB was built under discipline and order. So Mazi Ikechukwu Ezumezu, please take your step back. Please, our HOD, please do what is needful. Do the needful. Obey our leader's order. Obey Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you, my wonderful people of Biafra, IPOB worldwide. And I pray, may Chukwu Abiyama protect our mothers, our fathers, our sisters, our brothers down in Biafra land. This spirit of death, we pray that those that have given AK-47 to go and enforce it at home. Remember, the people that you are killing is your brother, is your sister. Remember, the people you are killing is your own blood. Remember, the people you are killing is your own blood, not even our enemies. The blood is too much in our land. I ask you people, stop. Stop. Stop now. The people you are killing is your own people. How much are you be paid? How much have they given you guys for killing of your own people? How much have you been paid? How much? Ego ne ka ọ bụ na enweghị dị ime tata anago mmụọ. Na enweghị dị ime tata anago mmụọ. Na nke mere ụnyaahụ, ana m ayọ unu, biko nu, unu na-egbu unu dere n'akụkụ. Oge iwe egbu aka erulo. oge iwe egbe ya elu ruo some of us n'ebe a anyị agbalata olu na-egbedebe na-akụ unu egbune nwanne unu maka ego one a na-enye unu wee gaa to a forced at home. Onye isi ekwugo, Maazị Nnamdi ekwugo na aka adụrụ ya. There must be peace in Biafra land and let that peace reign. Ndewo ka nka kpọlụ na egwu ka egwuru egwu a wee na
obodo oyibo obi ego anyị eji mmiri gbeti gaya ya eji mmiri gbeti odu maka mụ jeti mmụọ odu ma bo mma wego odu ma bo mma wego ifo na mawol mmiri dodo osetie mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo mmiri dodo of Africa, mama. Mama, Ikechukwu nyere mụ mmadụ apụghị na mịa ihe mbụ na-eme na adakụ nwanne otime adakụ nwanne kamera ahụtara achara agaghị m aba n'ụlọ onye kpọrọ masị a na-akpọ m onye iberibe kpọọ m onye ọṅụ mmanya apụrụ m ka m were ka m sụgo onwe m arakọna mụ na fara arakọna mụ na fara oju keme njọ arakọna mụ na fara.
Yeah, hello, wonderful people. Thank you so much for listening. Please share this video. Thank you. And from me, from here, good night.